I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
I can the lovely, majestic red peacock in his natural habitat. Notice as he shies away from the wild Pete. Look at the sheen of Pete's coat, obtained from the drink of hops and the eating of wild weeds. This song and dance, prescribed every Tuesday and Thursday. Nature, a wonderful gift.
I feel like that's pretty judgmental. I'm not like that.
Are you not?
We're on. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are the Two-Sided Pod. We're here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's right. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Mean Sandwich time if you happen to be across the pond on Wednesday mornings. Or 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time if you don't believe in time zones.
Right.
I don't know. We don't have time for that, John. Hey, bud. How's it going?
Man, how are you?
Good. I've been super busy the last week, man. I feel like a normal person. You know, when people say, like, oh, I don't have time, all these responsibilities. Like, yeah, but how do you get drunk before 5 p.m. if you have all that stuff? That's what I always ask. Turns out, John, you can't if you got that shit going on. Turns out, no time in the day.
That ain't cool.
Well, technically, you can, but come on, bud. I like to focus all my energies and efforts in one specific direction. If I'm going to go do something, I should do it correctly. If I'm not, I should just give up the ghost. Just give up the ghost now.
Let's do a shot. Start the show.
Okie dokie. Well, I guess. Usually I don't drink on Tuesdays. He doesn't have shots on Tuesdays at mine home. You're not using words, Pete. Shh, quiet. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bink, bink.
Like ow. Well, howdy. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
I'm my boy Pete, getting by one day at a time in Southern California.
And you're listening to Two-Sided, a live recorded podcast where each week I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life, the fun and the serious.
And John, I thank you for it every week because we have a grand old time, don't we? Talking about the fun, the serious, the wrong, right? You know, the take and the take even more. The ebb and the edging. Hey, John, did you get the invitation to that edging party?
No.
Doesn't matter. You can't come anyway. Folks, we are here. The yin and the yang. The ebb and the flow. The Sado and the masochism. Folks, we are here for you.
Oh, there we go.
Ain't that right, John?
I almost didn't get my bottle open.
I had a nickel for every time that happened to me. I would have no money, John. I'm an adult alcoholic. I always open the bottle.
Whether it's with your hands or with a knife, whatever, you'll get that bottle open.
You just break it on the side of a wall, like, just John, come on. What's a little glass in your teeth between an alcohol and his liver? Come on.
Holes. A couple of holes.
Yeah, but that's like a filter on a cigarette, baby. They don't want you to be all healthy. That's why they don't want to put glass in your drinks. I say nay. I say nay, John. Only true, real thinkers will know the real truth. That's not true. That's only on like a desert island when we're playing Lord of the Flies. That's the only time when you can drink glass.
Right. Right. That was weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, my boy Pete. Hey, I got a little announcement for you. The other people can listen, but this is really for you. My boy Pete, did you know we're about to enter into our 3rd season?
That's not true. That's not true. Oh, like we've been doing this shit for.
Oh, season is in a year. No, we're about to enter our 4th year. But
No, I was going to say
we're about to finish our 4th year. We're about to edge through our.
So what you're saying is we've sounded our way through seasons 1 and 2, but it was so big that it turned out to be 4 years.
Yes, that's correct.
Folks, this is the only tantric podcast you're going to get where you get so close to satisfaction, but you're never going to get there. That's right.
And another little announcement. I don't know if you know this, my boy Pete. With season 3 in a couple weeks, I don't want to give a commitment yet because I hate commitments. We're gonna have some changes. We're gonna have some nifty, fun changes.
Oh, John, are we gonna have Taco Tuesdays or No Pants Fridays?
Well, yeah.
Oh wait, we're not. We're talking about the show. We're not talking about our corporate environment of how we have to produce this. Okay. Oh no, we're just talking show. Okay.
Yeah. The show. The show's gonna have some fun changes.
Nothing about the inner office staff. It's just about us. Okay. John, are we going to get the pyrotechnics that I've been asking for?
Kind of.
Are we going to get the fire extinguishers that you insisted on before I could light things on fire?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. All right. What? I'm intrigued. I love change, but I fear it. It's just the same, John. What are we doing, and how can I avoid it?
Well, so that this show has been plagued from the very beginning to this very day with technical issues, difficulties, ignorances, malfeasances, human errors.
It's not ignorance. It's just the way we run things around here. And it's not malfeasance. It's just us feeling around for a right answer. That's what we call our feasancy. No, it's pronounced malfeasance. No, that's not for us, right?
Well,
okay, I'm just letting you know this is part of our charm. Like when you want to go and see like the murder tour of downtown Los Angeles, you want to see actual murder sites. You don't want the whitewash shit. You want the two-sided murder. I don't know what has it. You want that gritty feel. You want it handheld. You want the video quality of a Cops in episode in 1989 before we had stabilization or Nielsen ratings. I don't know, John.
Body cameras.
If I had my body camera, I'd turn it off. Thank God. We're like a John. We're like a 19. What's the cutoff date for? Hey, we're like a 1962 Chevy. The whole thing is you don't need seatbelts, brakes, or body cams. So everything's fucking free reign around here. We're good to go. You guys have at it.
Well, yeah, we're kind of like that.
Hey. We're kind of like that. We're gonna have. Here's a list of things that the two-sided is kind of like. Folks, and this is where you can play along at home. Feel free to loosely reference what the two-sided is kind of like, and then feel free to follow up with the real good answer. You're kind of like That's how you started. Go ahead, John.
Oz, it's a little too pregnant.
Oh shit! We can't even have pauses around here with John coming in and knocking them some bitches up. Look at him! Holy shit! We call that a pause in a certain state. Yeah, she went up to live with her aunt for the summer. That kind of a pause she was. Oh, she was such a pause. Everybody got a turn. Wait, no, that's a door handle. Nope, doesn't matter. Let's make like a pause and get out of here. Nope, that's not it either.
Well, anyway, I figure we should have some more opportunities for complete and utter technical failures. So we're going to have more technicalities, technical. The pyrotechnics is what I'm saying. The pyrotechnics is coming.
I like that. I like a challenge. I like if they say you can sail at 7 feet, I said, imagine what we can do at 25. Right? You can break your neck off of 4 foot.
Uh-huh.
Think of what we could do once we get up to the top of this building, John.
It's only downhill from here. And also, I did get a little following. No, what's the word? Lead. I got a lead. I got a lead on Lightning Round guy. He's far away. There is a ransom note. It doesn't have any actual like demands, but it is technically pyrotechnically a ransom note. But I hope that he's going to be able to return by season 3.
Okay, well, I'm not sure what that sounds promising. I like the sound of that. I mean, I hope, hopes and prayers, right?
Well, that's all you've been sending out.
Right. I treat Lightning Guy like I treat all my favorite school activities.
Uh-huh. There you go. Let's pop these packets and move on.
Hopes. Wait, you mean hopes and dreams? I'm not thinking graduation. Really, I'm thinking thoughts and prayers. So like a Christmas concert. Yeah. Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. It could happen. It could happen on a holiday. It could be on a holiday. Yes.
Makers will be met. Oh, and a hush fills the manger. Oh, little town with hopes and prayers. We haven't seen enough. Come on, John, you know the rest of the words. Gonna play some. Okay, then we'll keep it enough, and then I'll go and play.
One question, you're talking about an edging party. Was that the edge where it's like, oh yeah, you come to the party, you're not going, is that the edge? Or is the edge that you literally can't masturbate? Which one is it? Let me know.
It's actually I was invited by it's a guild of gardeners, and it's specifically the edgers. So I let you know everything at that party is crisp corners, very, very clean lines. Those edgers.
Yeah, very cool.
What's going on, everybody? Tonight I'll be roasting and John. Pete looks like he hasn't recovered from Hometown Buffet filing for bankruptcy. John looks like an Irish priest that was quote unquote let go. His favorite literature is, of course, the Denny's menu. John can only talk to women when he puts his credit card in first. Pete goes to CVS on the blood pressure machine just to feel something. You guys, I fucking love you guys. If there's two sides and each side is equally as awesome, there's only one side I want to be on. Your guys's. I fucking love you guys.
Hell yeah.
Oh, love you guys.
Love you, Greg. My man, Greg. That guy, hilarious comic, great musician, amazing impressionist, fucking all around solid dude. Follow him on the gram. Follow him on stereo. Give him a listen. You won't be sad.
Hey, fellas.
Oh, what's up? How you?
Hey, everybody. Now live on the stereo streets you are. Looking fabulous. John, your shirt reminds me of the 70s, and I can't say that I hate it. It looks really good on you. You look good in blue. Anyhow, what's crack-a-rackin'? Are we all enjoying the cool? Huh? Are we?
You remind me of a coup that I once knew. Don't El Peacock, that 70s shirt you do. Come on, let's do a coup, just me and you. Tuesdays, it's a two-sided bond. Let's go. You know it's true. Come on, two-sided two. John, sing the rest of the words. Come on.
You. It's a two-sided coup.
Perfect. See, and that, folks, is the quality entertainment you have known for years, 3 seasons, in fact, 4 decades. That is a millennia and a half. It's 17 fortnights, 14 fathoms, and 4 cubits. I don't know. How many parsecs, John?
I'm not sure, but I know it is a metric eon.
Well, shit, I can shoot wonk rats at a metric eon. Wouldn't change the fact that I still have to do a show every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 9 p.m. Standard Mountain Time. If you don't believe in time zones.
That's right. Before we get moving on, my boy Pete, let's just start with that general check-in that we always do. My boy Pete, how you feeling?
Busy, John. Busy. Man, I tell you what, I'm busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. I tell you what, it's go, baby. Woo! Ain't got time to sit down. And if I did, I wouldn't have the place to do it. Why? Because I'm moving chairs and I'm taking hairs. I'm moving rabbits, hutches of rabbits. John, watership down. I digress. Continue. I've been busy, bud. I've been busy and a little manic, but good. I've been planning my steps accordingly, John. And it takes a lot of planning to get everything in line.
Well, I mean, speaking of having everything in line, that leads us to our first.
This lightning round will be brought to you by the Remembrance of Lightning Guy. Oh, I was a lightning guy. We can only remember his voice, and a tear will shed slowly as we say these words in remembrance. Lightning round. It's time to get down. Come on. Yeah. This one's for you, lightning guy.
Thoughts and prayers.
Hopes and dreams.
My boy Pete, anyone knows that the first lightning round of the episode is always a standard Q&A. My boy Pete, are you ready for the questions?
Bring it on, John. Let's teach lessons.
My boy Pete, you ever fly in your dreams?
Yeah, but I tell you what, I can't land that fucker. All of the passengers are in a lot of trouble. Bro, preach.
Well, all right. Good answer. My boy Pete, if you could fly in reality yourself, not in a plane, but like yourself could fly, would you want to be upright or go Superman style?
Well, John, that's just an idea, because if you can fly, it's not the directional of what you can and can't do. Like, you can see it. People with any ability, with any lack of limbs, are able to be Mobile, hope. I was
88.
no, I was. I'm just saying a two-legged dog will walk around like a person. A one-legged, my left foot of fury. Remember the guy who was the painter and then his family was killed and then he whooped everybody's ass?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah. He was in part 1 and Jim Carrey was in part 2. Remember? My left foot of fury? John. It was a touching, heartwarming story of a man who lost everything and then he had nothing less to lose. One man, one foot, one dream. I'm just saying, John, you learn to
All right.
to move around what you can. So I think your limitations are all in your mind. So it's like whatever I'm doing, if I'm just hanging out, like, yeah, let's just go that way. Just go. It's like if it's easier, I guess you know what, John. I guess it takes let's take this. Let's be honest. Let's be realistic. It's not about mind control. It's about true. If we are able to fly, it's all about core strength, right? So, are you doing your Kegels? Number one, and in what position are you able to contract and retract the best, John? And I have found it is sitting. So therefore, if it's controlling my inner self,
Yeah.
I want to be sitting, and maybe like a workout medicine ball that I can squeeze between my legs as I fly off into the sunset. I don't know. I'm just being realistic, John. It doesn't happen by magic. You have to will that shit physically.
Well, I mean, that leads us. So you're saying instead of upright or Superman, you're going the seated. Like, are you Lotus style sitting? Like,
No,
cross-legged?
like I'm sitting right now, like in a chair, like kind of like however you're sitting, like, oh, gotta go. And he's like, brr, brr. Like whatever you're typing, like, oh, time to go. So whatever chair you're in, if you're in the recliner, you're watching a movie, you get scared, startled, and you're just kind of reclining, and you wake up and you're like reaching for the handle to put your feet down, but you're like 20,000 feet in the air, like, oh, there I go again. These night terrors send me up in the skies. What are you gonna do? Superhero powers. Am I right, folks? Am I right? Oh, I'm so right.
Well, you said it's not about mental power; it's about physical power, and so that leads to the next question, my boy Pete. If you had to have wings of some sort genetically mutated to your body in order to fly, would you?
Are we talking about my current life, John?
Yeah.
So I'd have to live where I am. I'd have to keep my day job. I'd have to commute.
Well, I mean, with that, it might change your life, but you start here and now. So
Yeah,
yes,
John,
but that might all change real quick.
Well, I would definitely be kicked out of my pickleball league because they say rule number 1: no winged animals or peopleage of winged sort. That's rule number 1. Like, really weird that you guys have this.
Yeah. And they call it an inclusive sport.
That's what drew me to it. I was like, I'm in. I want to see an animal. Today, no, I don't care enough to fly.
Yeah.
I'm scared of heights. I don't, and depths, but also widths. Anything that is a measurement of spatial
Dimension.
Don't.
You're scared of dimensions.
Someone says, I'm starving. I have an empty stomach. I'm like, oh, don't say empty stomach. I think about the emptiness of a said stomach and the dimensions there within. Oh, John, it's horrible.
Your biggest nightmare is a bunch of rays and radii.
Oh, John, don't get me started on the radii. Oh, do you want to do angles? Is it cute? None of them are, John. None of these angles are cute. Not in my book. Very obtuse of you. Folks, if you like Pythagorean theorems, well, you're going to love this next bit.
Give another month in the box to think about what he wants to, or am I being a little too obtuse? Yeah.
Well,
all right.
Which is the way he wants it. Well, he done gets it.
I have a final question. How many angels can you fit within the eye of a needle?
Well, it depends on it's in the eye of the beholder. If you believe in angels, you could probably fit them all in there because they don't really exist. But if you don't believe in angels, you could probably have more.
Why more?
Because an infinite amount of nothing can go anywhere, John.
It's true. That's true. An infinite amount of nothing can go anywhere. It's one of the most remarkable things you've ever said on the show, my boy Pete.
Sometimes I amaze myself, John. I just kind of tune in, tune out. I show up for the good parts. Is that a good one? All right, bud. We'll send some autographs on the way out. Hey, man, do we have mineral water in the dressing room? No, I'll go check. I'll be there.
Oh, right. All right. 3 things need to happen in the next little bit, but you get to choose the order. So a couple of packets of pop, shot, and beginning of first segment.
All right. First off, it's going to be 1, the beginning of the end. Number 2, the first day of the rest of your life. And number 3, the biggest mistake you've ever made. So, in that order, John, which would you like?
The first day of the rest of my life, which is the beginning of the end.
Yep.
And the continuation of the worst mistake I ever made, which is the show, Two-Sided Podcast, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 a.m. Greenwich, Meanwich Standard Time if you're across the pond on Wednesdays.
Or 9 p.m. Mountain Standard if you don't believe in time zones.
We don't believe in that.
Nay, we do not. John, let's do a shot. Let's pretend this conversation never happened. John, there's one thing I learned about showbiz is you don't talk about showbiz.
Yeah. It's not show friends, it's show business.
Here, come sit down on my couch. I'd like to talk to you about a project I have. Oh. It's not called show couching. It's called show. I don't even know what it's called anymore. Dressage? It's called dressage. John, if you do good, you're going to get a bag of oats, buddy. Yeah.
Cheers. A cow.
Oh, yeah. I'll pop these packets, then we're going to jump right into the segment, okay? How does that sound? How does that sound? Folks, can I get a witness? Everybody raise a hand. Come on. All right, fair enough. I didn't get a rump out of you. Better watch your ass.
I'm 38 years old, and that is the first time I've ever heard a one-legged man in ass kissing contest. If you're kissing ass with one leg, sort your life out.
It's even busier. I'll be honest. It works either way. You're kissing me, Smalls. You're kissing me.
Can we just agree the best Kegel is Jason Segel?
Say Steven Seagal, but he's a cunt.
How I Met Your Kegels. It was great. Doogie Howser was amazing in that. You wouldn't even know.
This is enough one.
Detroit.
The only angle I care about. Your Olympic hero.
Okay. All right. I'm okay with that. Kurt Angle, John. Acute, obtuse, aigu, and grave. Those are the accent types in French. The accent goes the different ways.
Why do you know that?
Because I was a French spy during the war. John, it was a long time ago. I don't like to talk about it. But, that was it. Well, we have many dreams and many hopes. Okay, no, but seriously, I did study spycraft in in Paris, just outside actually Cologne. That's how I learned to make masks of human flesh. Nope, that's not it, John.
Nope.
Or put the lotion on the skirt. Nope, that's not it.
Oh, wait. Well, sure, really big fat person.
I'd spy on me. Would you spy on me? I'd spy on you.
All right. So, speaking of spies, we're going to talk about butterflies.
You know, this topic has an effect on many people, John.
It does, because due to their bright colors and the visitation to flowers, butterflies are the most familiar of insects to humans. The most familiar of insects to humans. There are about 17,500 species of butterflies in the world, and around 750 species in the United States alone.
I'm a butterfly. She's my flower. I'm a butterfly. She's my flower. You guys! You see the size of that chicken? Folks, little young guns too there. That's what happens when you drink peyote tea when you're running from the law.
So butterflies, along with moths, are the only group of insects that have scales covering their wings, although some butterflies have reduced scales.
Dragons. There's scales everywhere. You got to find the one chink in the dragon skin that you can shoot the arrow in. That's a little Game of Thrones and a little Lord of the Rings action for you. It's a little crossover knowledge, John. So you bring butterflies to the table, I bring dragons.
Right.
They both have scales.
Right, they do. Lizards,
pianos,
who are more. Yes. Yeah, we're talking about different groupings now. So reptiles, which dragons,
or truck stoppers.
Weight Watchers.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Good. I like where we're going with this. All right. Okay. Lizards, dragons, butterflies, Weight Watchers, truck stops. Yep. Folks, I think we nailed it, John. I don't need to say any more. You continue. This is how we fucking educate people. God damn it, John.
That's right. So, yeah, right. Yeah, we'll just continue from that. They also are able. They differ from other insects by their ability to coil up their proboscis. Proboscis. I should probably have
figured out
how to say that.
It's not.
Yes.
It's my proboscis is usually huge, but it's super cold out here. Also, the pollen is fucking with my proboscis.
They start out as caterpillars. Caterpillars are the names given to the larvae of both butterflies and moths. They're usually very distinctive and in some cases can be identified more easily than the adults, the caterpillars versus the butterflies / moths.
Yeah, as you mean by their male and female or by their species?
By their
Or by their
species.
taste?
And I think male female, actually, because when they're developing, the caterpillar sheds their skin 4 or more times, with each molt often changing the coloration and appearance of the caterpillar. So not only that, they can also you can also identify what state of metamorphosis the caterpillar is heading towards butterfly / moth.
And it's like 3 or 4 times. So I heard that you could tell by the second and third time, male and female, because the males have huge dongs that fall off in the 4th when they come out as a butterfly. But up until then, it's like a larva with a larva, I heard. I don't know. I'm no arachnophobist. I'm no anthropologist. I haven't gone to Pilates in a long time, but I'm pretty sure I heard this somewhere. So I don't know. Maybe look it up, or maybe paint a little mind movie with a caterpillar with a huge dong trying to get some sleep. Think about that. I don't know. Go ahead, John.
All right. Well, caterpillars eat plants, leaves and such, and they eat it voraciously to transform the plant material into tissues that they will need for each metamorphosis.
You say plant tissue metamorphosis?
Plant material into tissue, their own tissue that they need for each of the 4 metamorphosis stages. The
So
caterpillar
they meet Lawrence Fishburne 4 different times. They're like, "Do you want to be a butterfly or a moth?" He's like, red pill. Do you want to be a butterfly or a moth? Blue pill. Do you want to have a big dong or be a butterfly? Butterfly. Here's your blue pill. If you can see, I don't know, John. It's pretty much. That's how the original. Not even try that one.
So this metamorphosis is it's called a complete metamorphosis because it happens 4 times. Butterflies transform themselves 4 times. They start as an egg.
A total metamorphosis. Every now and then I started out as an egg, and then I had another metamorphosis. And then John's gonna tell us about the second stage when I had this big old huge fucking caterpillar dong. Then it went through another metamorphosis, and then I changed a little bit more. John, what's wrong? You know, every time you tell a story, I fuck it up each time. And I'll fuck it up a little more together. Because you don't even know what you're talking about. And neither do I, but I'll never stop yelling and I'll screaming and I'll keep on going on. I'll keep on going on because I give it to you, John. I'll give you all of the shit. Tell me about the metamorphosis. All about the metamorphosis. There was once a time when John was talking about butterflies and other stuff. My boy Pete derailed, and now we're still talking about that other stuff.
Well, without transition, let's talk about transitions. So the female butterfly can lay up to 1,600 eggs in her lifetime, sometimes in clusters, sometimes singly, almost always on a leaf, if a leaf can be found. Then the larva, the caterpillar, hatches and feeds on the leaves or flowers around it. That larva will grow several thousand times its original size until turning into a pupae or chrysalis.
Sounds like me at the holidays, am I right, John? A little more gravy. Yes, please. Couple thousand more times. Could I eat some leaves? No, thank you. Oh, wow.
How about some flour, Pete? How about some flour?
Oh, don't mind if I do. Jesus Christ. Sometimes it's so hard. Stop saying those things. I can't. I won't. No apologies.
No apologies. Never give up. Never surrender.
Never surrender.
So egg larva, which is commonly known as the caterpillar, and then
and then he metamorphoses into a beautiful phlegm-giving bee. Look at him go, the beautiful, majestic peacock, coughing on his phlegm, growing ever more powerful and none the wiser. Let's tune back in and see what else he has to say.
well, emerging from the pupae or chrysalis, the butterfly. So those are the 4 stages of the complete metamorphosis.
It's a good rundown, John. But if you ever talk to a full-grown butterfly, it's like, is that how we identify it? Oh, you outsiders looking in, name this incredible change I'm going through. What do you call it when your kids go through their special change? Is it a metamorphosis? Do they or do they not cocoon? Mm-hmm. Emerge as a wonderful moth or butterfly. Who knows the gender? We don't know. Only time will tell. 4th metamorphosis. Who knows? We give them food on a leaf. We slide it under the door. They grow 2,000 times their size. They're stealing my weed. They get it from your side of the family, Karen. Your mother's an ass. Your mother's an ass. Sorry. We're bringing family shit in here. We're just talking about the kids who raised. Well, one day when your pupae become caterpillars, those caterpillars grow up to be cowboys or butterflies, John.
Yeah.
They could be doctors and lawyers and stuff. Pupas don't let your caterpillars grow up to be butterflies. Oh, they're always changing and they're always arranging. Too much of they're pollinating flowers and stuff. Come on, John. I like your shirt.
So some characteristics of butterflies. The wing colors and butterflies appear in 2 types: pigment and structure, frequently combined in one individual. The pigment colors are familiar in paints, dyes, and inks, and are defined as specific substances with definite chemical composition.
Right. And if the butterflies pass enough levels, they can get different skin packs where they can download special skins. I'm like, oh, do you want to have the stealth camo skin? Do you want to have the school boy? Do you want to be the priest? It's kind of like, wait, are you talking about Fortnite or?
Nope, just wings and butterflies. So that's the pigment type. The structural colors are instead produced in a physical manner, similar to a rainbow. Morpho butterflies are the usual example of butterflies with structural color.
Oh, morpho. The morpho you talk, the less so I want to listen. Sorry, John. That was one for the butterflies. You wouldn't get it.
Well, speaking of getting it, the vision of butterflies appear to be quite excellent, especially within short distances. They're able to fly with precision in areas of many obstacles without banging into them, as opposed to other flying things like birds, right?
Fucking birds, am I right? Man, I was talking to my friend, these butterflies. They're like, these goddamn birds don't know where they're going. Now, bats, they said, bats, good guys, eat us a lot, but they know where they're going. Anyway. PTA meetings. Am I right?
And butterflies are currently, with some arguments among scientists who study butterflies, placed into the following 6 families for classification.
Hold on. They're placed into, so we classified them, but they're in 6 different families.
Yes.
So
But there's some argument among the scientists about it.
Yeah, I would argue it too, because when you classify something, you should put it into a family, right? You don't get to be like, well, I fucking hang out here. I'm kind of over here. I have Sunday dinner over here. I'm hanging out with this chick over here. I mean, we're not family, but I mean, I think I'm in the will. I don't know if that counts for anything. This one's kid calls me dad. That's weird. This one calls me uncle dad. That's even weirder. Anyways, I'm part of like 7 families. And oh yeah. Also that that other one with the wife and the 2 kids in Oregon. Different families. So would you say I'm in families, or would you say I'm in a family? Mm-hmm.
You might be in 6 families.
Ah, shit, I was afraid of that. I was going to use this as a court argument. John, if you'd have said no, I was going to play this back. Your Honor, listen to this. 3 seasons can't tell a lie. 4 years of shenanigans and tomfoolery tell a different tale, my sir.
All right, so there's the Hesperiidae, known as skippers, containing relatively small, fast-flying species, and there are about 3,000 of them worldwide.
The old skippers. Okay. Well, sounds like a derogatory term. We don't like to use that. We're going to call them the Hesperians. Hesperians.
Okay. The Lycaenidae, blues.
Right, the Lycaenidae. Right.
Yeah,
what kind of day? It's a Lycaenidae. It's like lichen. It's a lichen kind of day. So they're like, I mean, there's a lot of vampires around. Like do they
Werewolves.
Yeah, do they werewolf?
Right. Yeah, vampires like
these ones.
I can throw.
Here's the deal, John. It's an eternal struggle, right? I don't know what side you're on.
The Rays. I'm with the Rays.
You fucking would be.
So they're known with the blues, hair streaks and coppers, colors and patterns of sexes often differ, and there's about 5,000 of them worldwide.
You can tell them by their hair.
Right.
You can tell them by their hair. Look at these guys. Anyone who has like a pompadour, like, oh, nice fucking zoot suit guy. You must be one of those lichen kind of days.
Yeah, what is it to you? Hey, I'm a fucking butterfly with a good set of hair. Fuck off, hey. Look at the scales on my wings. Hey, you don't want to have a bad kind of day. You want to have a lichen kind of day. If you don't watch your step, you'll have an even worse kind of day. Oh, I'm molten here. Oh.
Nymphalidae.
Those guys fuck. You guys, if you're going to be reincarnated as a butterfly, I highly recommend wishing to be a nymphalidae. What kind of holiday? Nymphalidae. Nymphalidae.
Possibly the most species of them worldwide, with 5,000 known species. And they're known as brush-footed butterflies, containing many subfamilies. I guess you're right. Holy crap.
They're like, this one's part fucking nymphoid, part dog. That's Labrador in there. I don't know how he got that. This one's a monarch Chihuahua. He barks a lot, but he flies even faster. So watch out for him. Beautiful looking scaly wings. We're hoping for a lichen days to come in and rain down some terror on what we have going on here. That's me. I don't want to. Please don't use my name in the report.
The Papilionidae.
Right. Isn't that mean cooked in paper? Like
Yeah.
It's the French way of cooking. Sometimes we have these other beautiful French butterflies. They cook very softly, sensuously. We do not have time for lacons or fucking. We're more concerned with the beauty of the world and how we can be part of it. So let you look at us and you will be part of us. Bonjour.
Well, so they're known as the swallowtail butterflies because most species in this grouping have prominent tails, and there's about 600 species in the world. They're the lesser predominant ones in worldwide.
okay, it's like tailpipes on a Harley. They're not there
Right.
for any reason. They're just for
Right.
show. Right, you guys are cruising.
We are just here to cruise around and look pretty. We are not fast. We are not here to fuck. We are here to be observed.
Pieridae, known as yellow and whites, they have those colors predominantly, and there's a little more than 1,000 worldwide species.
You white and yellow, white and yellow, white and yellow. Pieridae, white and yellow, white and yellow. Oh, I'm just saying.
And the Rhionidae, Rhiodidae.
Is that named after Rihanna?
Well, they're known as metal marks because sometimes placed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rihanna.
Yeah, right. Metal marks.
Because they work in the coal industry. They're blue collar butterflies. Hey, look at me. I've had a hard life. I was once a pupa. I became a caterpillar, and now I work in a factory. Job 12 fucking hours every day, 6 days a week. I have a wife and 7 kids who don't fucking love me. Oh, I'm a metal fucker, man. I'm a butterfly.
Well, so the scales are a little bit more metallic looking generally in the Rhiodidae. But this is the one where there's some controversy because many times they are placed in the family of Lichenidae.
Right. Well, the whole thing is they don't want them there. Lichenidae. Have day. It's gonna be your time, not your way. Mechanical eyes, go away. They have a whole dance about it. We're doing an off-Broadway show right now. It's a butterfly extravaganza. Butterflies, pupa, metamorphosis, the butterfly story. I don't know, John. We're still we got a working title. We got to figure it out.
So butterflies
Rare.
are generally known for kindless.
The kinless. It's rare. Beautiful.
No family. You can't associate them with anyone. They have no coven. They have no kin. They have no family.
They've been banished.
So butterflies, the rapid contraction and relaxation of opposing pairs of muscles in the thorax allow for the mobility of butterfly wings. And
see, John, this is what we were talking about, the Kegels.
Exactly.
This is what comes in, right? Get that shit going, folks. If you want to fly like a butterfly, get your Kegels kind of guy.
Well, speaking of flying like a butterfly, you can also sting like a bee because courtship partners' recognition and display of the butterfly wings is what attracts and creates courtship among
Game, recognized game, John. I've been saying that since day one. Here's the deal. If you float like a butterfly, you sting like a bee, you Kegels on point, it's all fine with me. See, John? That's also going to be in the t-shirt section in our merch table outside the show. So, folks, make sure you see us in the green room for all the two-sided merch.
Right. Now, butterflies are, like many insects, cold-blooded. They're cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. Sorry, John. I had two thoughts and I took the wrong. I took the road that was stupid. What I meant to say was butterfly in the sky, cold-blooded kind of guy. Just take a look. There's kind of 5 guys to book. It's a metamorphosis. I see all the changes. Sorry, John, but you don't have to take my word for it. John's going to tell you more now.
Well, so because of that, the butterfly wings help regulate the temperature. They absorb heat energy that is circulated throughout the body.
Okay. So the wings absorb heat
With their
they
colors.
disperse heat, or they bring it
into
in
the body. They bring it in. They bring it in.
Bring it in. Bring it in. All right. Okay.
Well, right, because cold-blooded creatures, including butterflies, can't endure freezing temperatures during any stage of their life cycle. So they must migrate south. And so in the case of the monarch, survival depends on its ability to fly to food sources in Southern California or central Mexico, all the way up from Canada.
There's a whole group of butterflies that den with a group of rattlesnakes in the Mojave every year. It's an amazing sight to behold. They come out after the frost breaks, snakes slithering out, finding the first daylight, covered in monarchs, John. It's a beautiful sight to behold. And then all the snakes turn and eat all of the monarchs. It's a beautiful thing.
So one of the many other things, but last we'll talk about with the wings, they provide protection. So the wing colors often protect butterflies from danger by providing camouflage or by startling the predators. The colors and complex patterns that we admire are used as tools to identify butterflies are formed by the tiny scales, and they sometimes look like eyes of larger predators, so that this little creature can ward off predators because of that.
Easy, John. Right now, you're just showing your naturalist Rorschach abilities. You look at a butterfly and you see your grandma who didn't hug you. Someone else sees a predator. John, I see a fucking butterfly. Hey, bud, that's a bug. Cold-blooded. Butterflies in the sky. Giggling kind of guy. Saying the word just triggers the action just to take place. The more you know. Mona, girl. And a rainbow, too.
What are you talking about?
Shout out to everybody on the YouTubes. We got Seabird, we got Mona, we got Awesome Sauce, we got people out here. I can, again, since I'm not the Godhead, I'm just a lowly figurehead. I'm an altar boy in the sense of that I have all the drugs and all the secrets and have abused aggressively. Not in the way you think, but anyway, Mona's here. She says, saying the word Kegel triggers the action to take place. The more you know. Folks, let's all take a moment. Tighten and retract, and we'll move on.
Okay. 3 different behaviors to look out for of a butterfly when they're not flying. Basking. So like all cold-blooded creatures, they rely on the sun's energy to regulate their temperature. Butterflies can be found basking with their wings exposed to the sun in preparation for flight.
Right. Number 2, Ponzi schemes. You can always see him trying to hustle money from suckers for investments, retirement funds, robbing Peter to pay Paul, they say. The old monarch two-step, they call it. Right?
Well, yeah, I mean, Ponzi,
John, don't tell
puddling.
me different. My grandma was ripped off by a butterfly. Her whole life savings gone down because they wanted to bask in we can have heated sidewalks, they said. Like, well, it's a good investment. Before you know it, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Ponzi scheme.
No, it's more puddling, the next thing that they do. Adult males, especially, often cluster in wet sand or muddy areas to drink. It's believed that they are extracting extra minerals, especially salts, and they may also land on our skin in hot, salty weather, thinking that it can puddle there.
Every time I hear puddling, that's what a group of people at a rave, when they're all lying together watching a light show, and more people come and they lay down, and there's just a group of people, and you walk by and there's 10 people laying in a puddle, like they're all just on each other, like closer than 10 pins bowling, that all fell, all sweaty, just looking happy as fuck. That's the kind of puddling that counts. Like beautiful butterfly.
Which leads to the last thing that we can look for, which is courtship and mating. Male butterflies locate females of the same species by passively perching at a lookout point or by actively patrolling an area.
Hey, girl. What up, girl? Whew. You know how much money I ripped off from someone on my Ponzi scheme this last week, girl? Ooh. Holler back if you want some of this monarch action.
A male butterfly may, quote unquote, drop a female to the ground. As the mating ritual continues, he rubs his scent glands on her antennae as further measure of acquaintance.
Here's the deal, John. Who has not been there, right? They say the first, once you're breaking the ice and you're getting to know someone, you want to take that, ooh, this is fun. You make physical contact somehow. Oh, really? You touch their arm, touch the shoulder. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's great. A little contact first. That's like rubbing your antennae, right? The male does his dance at the bar and rubs his antennae. Hey, man, you got to stop rubbing your antennae against this chick.
Well, right, because mating will commence if the female is receptive to these actions. And if not, no mating.
Right, 100%. Listen, it's only 8 o'clock. I just got here. I'm going to walk around. You're going to be here? I'll catch up with you. Dejected, the male walks away to the corner to smoke a cigarette and lick his wounds. But last call is coming, and his chance will arise again. Horrible. Fucking horrible.
Couple of interesting facts. So even though the caterpillar
Dogs. Oh, okay.
No,
I thought you wanted
about...
me to give some. No, I thought you said interesting facts. I thought it was you wanted me to say them. Sorry. Hey, John, you say jump. I say, how high do you think I am? And I thought we're just asking questions to each other. So I still don't understand, but no. Couple interesting facts. I'm going to listen. Go.
Right. So this metamorphosis, it changes actually how they eat as well. Caterpillars eat plants and flowers, right? Solid materials. Butterflies only eat liquid. They only drink liquid. They drink nectar. That's it. They don't eat solid foods.
Ugh. These goddamn hippie chicks. They're doing CrossFit. They're the ones wearing yoga pants on the day-to-day, right? Hey, we get it. You're not working out right now. You're in fucking Macy's. You're in. I was like, I don't even know a store. I was like, you're in. generic liquor store near you. I don't know, man. I Instacart everything. I don't go out. There's no point in going out. What are stores?
Stores.
What are yoga pants? At this point, folks, we have lost our thought. We have lost our train. And at this point, there's no going back. John, I want to hear more about what those interesting facts are, what they're bringing to the yoga pants of the Monarch Studios.
Well, let's talk about enjoying those yoga pants at the Monarch Studios because they have compound eyes. So compound eyes are eyes with multiple lenses, but butterflies have oculi, which is derived from the Latin word oculus, a little eye. These simple eyes are used to detect movement, light, and shadow. And butterflies have thousands of receptors in each eye, each with their own lens. Human receptors.
So they're not seeing better, but they're seeing shadow, light, and reflection. They're not like a butterfly would be like, oh my God, your junk's so huge because it looks big because it's like a binocular thing. It'd be like, if you're moving around, the butterfly's like, where are you going? Hey, what are you doing?
Right. It is sensing that more because human receptors can process up to 3 colors each. Butterflies have receptors for up to 9 colors. And they have thousands of receptors in these eyes, each with their own lens.
I'm going to call bullshit on this one, John. Here's the deal. I spoke to a lot of butterflies, and none of them had great vision. Granted, most of them were hard drinkers. Right. So you could say, oh, your senses are dulled. But who knows, John? I want to read the studies and the butterflies I talk to because none of my friends think that's the case. Empirical evidence, John. I want empirical evidence.
Fine, I'll give you empirical evidence. Think of this. Generally, butterfly species are attracted to red, yellow, white, purple, pink, and orange flowers because their ability to see ultraviolet light, which means these colors emit a striking glow to their compound eyes. Empirical evidence. We see that because we know that they can see ultraviolet because we see this empirically.
Okay, now you say this. The last rave I was at, there was a lot of neon. There's a lot of the different lights there. I mean, it was like Alice in Wonderland, the garden. There was just full of. I mean, everyone had wings.
Were you a butterfly conservatory?
I was in a manic state, John. I was on a journey that we shall not speak of. Here's the deal. If Jane Goodall could do it, John, I can do it with the butterflies. You'll hear about it now. 2 months from now. Butterfly poachers came and caught him when he was there in the honeysuckle among his butterfly people.
Well, I believe it's because you learned that female butterflies begin to mate the moment they become butterflies out of the pupae, where males take a couple of days. So you're like, I got a couple of days in between.
Whoa, Jesus Christ, John! I'm not an animal. I'm a connoisseur of the sexual arts with butterflies, John. It's a different.
It's all right. It's their adult state. It might be the first day of their adult state, but it is still their adult state.
Don't be gross about it. You can't just come in, John. You're the one at the bar like, hey, you guys want to come home with me? No, you got to come in. Day one, you buy the butterflies a drink. Hey, you guys want some nectar? Oh, you from around these pastures or? See, a lot of your boys are puddling. They're not interested? Oh, I get it. Come on over here, ladies. I'll show you the nectar collection you haven't seen before.
Let's bask together.
Day one, basking, right? Day two, then you introduce the rubbing of the antenna.
Uh-huh.
Be a gentleman, John. Be a goddamn gentleman.
All right. Well, my boy Pete, do you taste with your feet? Because butterflies do.
I wouldn't say I taste with my feet, John. I'd say the feet are a big part of the play spectrum. We do use them a lot in all of the activities. But now, did you say have you tasted feet? Was that your question?
Do you have chemoreceptors?
I mean, I have some uppers, downers, laughers, screamers. Honey, do we have any chemoreceptors? No, we're fresh out. I'll call my guy. But honey, John wants to taste your feet. She's down. Did you want to taste feet, John? Is that what you're saying? You call it a little butterfly action? Whatever you need to say, bud. We make dreams come true.
So these chemoreceptors are on the bottom of their legs, and they sense nutritious sugars and viable food sources. So butterflies will often, quote unquote, drum their feet against the surface of a leaf to bring out the plant juices. Like drum and bass?
Plant juices. Like plant juices.
Uh-huh. They also have, quote unquote, taste sensors on their proboscis and antennae as well. But the chemoreceptors are more powerful and better suited for finding a food source.
This is all you're just saying words now, John. You've lost us.
They bounce up and down on a leaf to see if it's good to eat. And for butterflies, John, it means their nectar's good.
Well, that's all you had to say. Again, you give it some context. Let us know how we can relate, John. And then you say, who among us has not jumped on top of their food just to see if it was still delicious and delightful? DoorDash, yes, thank you.
Well, so they, as commonly known, but we haven't really talked about it too much, they migrate a whole lot, and butterflies are on every, are all over the world, every place in the world except for Antarctica. They're the most well-traveled type of insect on the planet, and they can fly very fast, 5 to 12 miles an hour.
But we don't want them in Antarctica, and we're not going to have them. Stay out. No means no.
The painted lady butterfly can reach up to 30 miles an hour and can cover 100 miles a day.
Old Lady Sky, thanks for tuning in. The night's going well. We're talking about butterflies here. Another day in paradise. Just migrating south for the evening. Huh, John?
Yeah.
I feel like we should put some merch out. Keep butterflies out of Antarctica. No butterflies for me. Keep Antarctica free.
Because they're cold-blooded, I believe that there's just a natural barrier that they are not going to go there.
Well, John, there's no time like the present to get on board and make sure it doesn't happen, right? We don't want them getting up there and ruining the landscape, right? It's one of the last pure places you just said that is butterfly free. We should keep it as such.
Yes, because they cannot deal with freezing temperatures.
Exactly. Let's not give them a chance to do it.
But let's not give them coats.
Or Coke. Yeah. Either one. Or teach them how to cook it. Because give a butterfly some Coke, he'll stay warm for a day. teach a butterfly to cook some coke, he'll teach all of his butterfly friends to sell drugs. And then we lose the war against butterflies in Antarctica. John, I've said it 1,000 times, and I'll say it 1,000 more. Don't fuck with butterflies and coke.
I meant like fur coat, sis, like a layer above their external exoskeleton. But I guess if we were giving them any kind of drug, MDMA would be a better one because it naturally raises the internal temperature. So instead of coke, I think MDMA would be a better one to give butterflies to help them survive in Antarctica. Are we finding a way for them to get to Antarctica? I think we need to stop this horrible line of thought right now, my boy Pete.
100%. But if we're going to give them MDMA, we got to figure out what kind of music they like. So we have a DJ playing their favorite hits. Like, drop that beat.
They do love to drum.
I'm just saying, how do you keep them warm?
Little drum and bass.
Beast Boy up in that bitch.
Yeah, our painted lady butterfly of America is great, but the skipper butterfly can race up to 37 miles an hour. So whatever, they're not ours. And they travel long distances, right?
Okay, well, so we've learned they fly, we learned they're fast, we learned they go long distances. What else you got, John? What else you got on the butterfly spectrum? Speaking of spectrums, John, what else you got?
Well, let me tell you, my boy Pete, I have some very interesting facts right here. Their migration is one of the most fascinating things to humans about insects. One of the reasons, in addition to how bright colored they are, but their mass migrations from Europe to southern parts of Africa, from North America down to South America and back again, is something that we have always been fascinated with. And I
From the
find
lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, the butterflies flip around and flutter, oh so light and free. John a Peacock in New York and my boy Pete in LA too. Every time, every Tuesday comes tonight, we bring two-sided to you. And we're proud to be a two-sided now because we talk about butterflies. And we don't forget the way we got here on the backs of cheats and lies that we kindly drink up and raise the shots. And we only do it a couple more times because we're nothing if not true gentlemen here on the two-sided pod. Lee Greenwood, eat your heart out, motherfucker.
all right, let's end with this.
Into little flutter dust, little pollen poppers. Hey, baby, give me a little pollen popper. Papa needs a little flutter dust. Ooh, yeah. Daddy want a little drum. Daddy a little drummy. Daddy want a little flutter dust. Ooh, Papa want to preach.
So butterflies, like many insects, can carry up to 50 times their own body weight. That'd be like a human adult lifting 2 heavy cars full of people.
You're talking about me and my mama bear strength, John. It's like me when I drop my vape underneath a city bus. Like, no, these are illegal in California now.
It flips over end over end several times.
Right. Ooh. Peach cherry. Ooh. Sorry.
And to end right at the beginning, to bring this full circle, as my boy Pete said, about the butterfly effect. Rooted in chaos theory, The butterfly effect describes how a tiny change in the initial stages of a system can cause huge nonlinear consequences elsewhere over time.
Oh, you don't understand? Here, hold up your hand. I'm going to put this drop of water on your hand. Now, see how that drop goes? Now, we'll put another drop. It goes differently. All those tiny little nerves and all those tiny little muscles contracting, changing, making things different. That's chaos. You never know. Everything's different. So, where's the dinosaurs?
All right. Thank you, Jeff Goldblum. That is a very oversimplified depiction of some of the initial tenets of chaos theory. The butterfly effect is an offshoot by the mathematician and meteorologist Edward Norton Lorenz, who
was the director of the movie that Ashton Kutcher starred in, The Butterfly Effect. Super good movie, super bad movie, highly recommended. Sorry, go.
Who initially explained his theory metaphorically, suggesting that a flap of a butterfly's wing in one corner of the world could cause a tornado elsewhere weeks later.
Right. And that's how actually Ashton Kutcher started Punk'd, because it was just the idea of a prank, and then all of a sudden we have this cultural phenomenon that ruined lives. John, it's a slippery slope, my friend. What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Well, let's have a shot and move on from the butterflies.
Right. Here's to you, Demi Moore. Oh no, sorry. I was in the Ashton Kutcher. G.I. Jane is right in my brain. Okie dokie. Cheers, everybody. Bink, bink, bink.
Ow. Thanks for listening. We got a couple of packets to pop, and I am ready. Go for it.
How'd you know that? Oh, you just go, I was a French boy, nobody loved me, so life is a monstrosity.
Easy come, easy go. Will you let me go?
It's a mid-life crisis with Pete and John. It's a Tuesday and we're both going crazy. Midlife crisis, and that's what you're doing. Yeah, you have no kids, and it doesn't even matter. Yeah. This is Frequency Faith coming at you live from the audience down here in the fucking foundation. While I'm watching two men up here have a freaking meltdown on their midlife crisis. Yeah.
God damn it. It's so nice to be seen, John. It's so nice to be seen. But also, in my defense, I will have you know, I was having a huge life crisis for the last 30 years. It just happens that it caught up with me. Shh, quiet. Moving on.
Yo, John Bean, hey, what's going on, guys? Hey.
What's happening? Oh my God. So check this out. USAID has been cut. A long-time known CIA front and drug smuggling operation.
Fuck you. So, look at that. So Musk, there's less control of USAID, as Musk says, we're shutting it down.
What?
Look at it. Why did they make the US blue and the AID red? Oh, I see. So they could trick idiots. Yeah, I thought I would be done. I was like, oh, USAID. I didn't know it was USA. So did you know that USAID doesn't even stand for aid? It stands for United States Agency for International Defense. And their budget is bigger than the State Department and the CIA combined, USAID. So that's it should be called USCIAI.
Ooh. Ooh, we'll see.
Herpes.
The name is, why don't you get a rope and hang me? Huh? Herpes. Dub, my man, Dub. What's up, buddy?
Thinking the exact same thing. Is it named after Rihanna? And it's literally a step-by-step reimagination. I can't even call it a reimagination. It's just what is Rihanna doing nowadays? I have no idea. But either way, it's like her version of her version of the halftime show. And it's like Super Bowl halftime show. She's on a plinth. She's pregnant again. She's wearing a fat suit. What the fuck, Rihanna? All on Rihanna Day.
I feel like she's surrounded by people in butterfly costumes. I don't know, man. Syrup dip. Yes. It was right around the time the drugs began to take effect. Clockage on 9:34 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12:34 a.m. Eastern. Sorry, it wasn't me.
Hello, guys. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
It's Miss
What's
Julie,
up?
Mr. Muse, Frequency, Mr. Derp Derp, Midnight Angel, Mr. Dub, and the Masculine. I hope y'all are having a great evening. Good to see you all.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's so good to see everyone.
Uh-oh, here's an incendiary one. It looks like USAID
This one.
funded the EcoHealth Alliance, which
Oh, see, man, I'm with you. I'm not playing, but I'm just, if I go, like, I'm saving this for the green room. Saving for the green room.
The great, just to give you one last explanation of what USAID is.
Save it for the green room. Just save that one for the green room. I'm not playing it. I just, because that's going to lead me down a whole different road.
For a race that's been oppressed, I feel like we should embrace butterflies and just remove them and not allow them in around these borders and don't let them in.
Yeah.
Jobs.
They took our goddamn jobs, John. It's the last time a fucking butterfly gets one over on me. My body, my choice. Nope, that's not it. My country, no butterflies. I don't know. We're working on a slogan, but the end result is fuck your butterflies, fuck your couch.
Why do I think butterflies would love to get down to some electronic dance music? Everyone likes a bit of an EDM, you know? I think butterflies, they know how to get down.
100%. I sent you, John, I don't know if I sent Muse, I don't know if I sent it to you. If I don't, I'm going to find it and send it to everyone. There was someone who put a wildlife cam up in their yard to watch the raccoons. And then they made the raccoon play jazz music. So they put a little tiny keyboard out, like a tiny Yamaha, like a laptop. But if you'd hit keys, it would like make noise. But if you hit the right key, food would pop out of this little chute. And so he turned it on, it's like, and it had in the background, bang, 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 bang. And so the raccoons would come up and just like hammer on the things. Bang, 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 bang. It was great because the soundtrack and like they'd celebrate and eat these fucking niblets. It was so good. You guys, it's hard to have a hate for an animal species like we do for the butterflies, but that is one that burns bright, burns deep, and it's one that we all need to get behind and keep them the fuck out of Antarctica. All right.
The way Dave actually signed off by going mid. I thought that was her literally just saying that, showing you two and everyone is fucking mid.
See, welcome to the party, buddy. There's a place for everyone. There's a place for everyone and everyone for a place.
We have a file with your name on it. There is a box for you to fill, and you will fill it appropriately. Tour stays.
Nope, sorry.
How you gentlemen doing? Have you guys talked about PsyOps the Grammys was? And what a shit album like Cowboy Carter is? Like, talk about contrived garbage. Oh my god.
Yeah, I am not a huge fan. I haven't really actually gone through it because I couldn't get through it, even the hits, but they say it's great. Okay, but I was a big fan of the Kendrick win. Because that to me, and then Drake came out. It was like, oh no, everything's fine. I don't have any beef, and I haven't seen him, and everything's fine. If we do, it's gonna be fine. He's not gonna kill me in the studio or kill me in the streets. I haven't seen him, but everything's fine. But if it's not, then we'll figure it out from there. Like, oh, motherfucker, your lawsuit ain't gonna save you now, bitch.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They do the dream dance.
Yeah.
Wait, people come to do the dream dance.
Yeah. I hear you now. I hear what you said. I heard a couple of your things. I heard feet. Yeah. But I also heard you say stomping grapes. Yeah. Because feet taste better after you stomp grapes. Yeah. Masculine, man. Brother, it is good to see you, man. How have you been? Hope you're well. Hope you're fucking getting it. Hope you're getting it, bud.
Yeah, everybody. Hey, let's put a pause on the incoming until we pop into the green room because we're popping right along, and so
Okay.
by popping right along, I mean we're going in.
All future messages, all messages left from here on out will be played, but they will be played in the green room. But they will be played.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. That's our next lightning round.
Times like these that you like to look back, remember the good times. Times that we had with Lightning Guy. Such as
Lightning round!
and other things as
Hey, baby, I'm home for paint.
and we'll never forget the one-hit wonders as
Oh, come on, yeah!
and now we move forward with a heavy heart, thoughts and prayers. John?
Hopes and dreams, because there's been a sighting. It's more of a Yeti sighting than a lightning round guy sighting, but we have hopes and dreams about it.
Do I have hopes? Do I have dreams? No, but I have a toilet bowl that's springtime fresh, John.
This lightning round segment is one of your favorites and mine. That's right. My boy Pete, it's accented answers. Accented answers.
Mm-hmm. 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 Ba-da-dum. Ba-da-dum. John,
Technical difficulty. It might
anyone
be
who
on
knows
my end, might
anyone,
be on his, but it says he is reconnecting.
can't hear you,
Do you
bud.
hear me, my boy Pete? Because I don't hear you. I got nothing on my end. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Wait.
Hello, I can hear you now.
He's back, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Had a little reconnecting. We've been going so well with the technicalities through this episode. We had to have just a little blip right there. But my boy Pete is fully reconnected.
Your Honor, I will let you know that I got off of most of my court cases due to technicalities, so I will not look a gift horse in the mouth. Your Honor, allow me to approach the bench. John, we are fucked, man. We are fucked. Okay. I haven't done accents in forever. Right now, it's a hope and a dream and a wing and a prayer and peas and carrots. Watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. That's what you say when you don't know the words in a song.
Bigger.
Yeah, watermelon. Punch the baby, punch the baby, punch the baby. Okay. All right, and we're back.
All right, so first question, Irish, my boy Pete. Irish, my boy Pete, come on over here and answer this question.
Oh,
Irish.
okay, John. Oh, John. Oh, let me walk over there, John. No, that's Scottish. Hey, you know I love you, John. I'll come over there now. What? I'll walk over there. We can't do it. We're gonna have a hard time between Scottish and Irish. How about we just go Scottish and just call it today?
With how many different dialects there are within Ireland and Northern Ireland, you were actually doing several ones that were very legit, and then you just had to default into what you think, because many of them were not Scottish accents. They were actually like Northern or like County Kerry. You were doing pretty good. So let's try again.
All right, John, if I was going to vacation anywhere in Ireland, it would be in the County Kerry region. Why? Because, the County Kerry is so fresh, so clean. Did I win? Am I good to go? What's the question? Let's try. No one ruined anything. County Kerry. My boy Pete says,
I've approached
Northern UK and or Irish accented my boy Pete. You ever fly in your dreams?
Hey, Boyle. Oh, you want to fly? No, you. Oh, yeah, Florida. Oh, yeah, John. John, let me tell you about flying. There's many times when I've been flying in my waking hours, but it's all the uppers, downers, laughers, screamers I've been making. Yeah, I don't know if you ever seen the movie The Quiet Man. Longest fight scene they ever had until John Wick came out. Anyway, that was based on me. So was I flying that day? Oh, I was ever. Well, I said, none shall pass, and then I fist fought everybody in the whole town. So,
did you fly during it?
Yeah. When old O'Malley punched me in the nads, I flew off the rock wall, landed in the sheep pasture. No, I flew right into Blarney Stones. See, John, you know it's Irish. He said Blarney Stones.
He said pasture.
He said pasture. Come on, John. No one makes sheep jokes unless they're Irish.
Oh, you was gonna put me right to the potato field. Oh, now you're going potato. You know,
Don't be offensive.
It's always have potato, potato, potato. You say potato, I say Irish. Let's call the whole thing off. Hey.
I didn't know how we could possibly get this more stupid, but the next George W. Bush, my boy Pete, if you could come on over here and help us out with this. George W. Bush, my boy Pete.
I'm going to hit. Fool me once, John. Shame on me. Fool me twice. I'm all going to sit by you again. Fooled you there. All right. What can I do for you?
George W. Bush. Yeah, bonk. All right. Let's just do a quick reset. Get out. Come in. I'm echoing and how we found to solve this with the least amount of disruption is for him to leave and me to give him a quick invite right back in. And
hey, baby. Hey, sir.
Yeah.
Well, I was a little late, but I came in fast. Where are we going now? All right. What was the question?
Well, George W. Bush, my boy Pete. If you
hey, am I echoing now?
Oh, of course not.
No. Mission accomplished. Okay.
Right. Echo you once, shame on you. That's it. So George W. Bush, my boy Pete, if you could fly, would you be upright or go Superman style?
Well, here's the deal. Mammy always says that I shouldn't be flying anytime soon because my Secret Service agents, they don't like to fly with me because I get a little airsick. So if I'm going to fly, I'm going to need to have my people with me, and we would have to have doggy bags and other accoutrement. So I'm going to stay on the ground, and I'm going to say mission accomplished again.
You know, I got to do a follow-up. George W. Bush, my boy Pete, you're known for giving nicknames to a lot of people. We have a couple of the foundation in the room. Would you like to throw out 2 or 3 nicknames for any of them?
Oh man, sure. I'd like to do that a lot. Why don't you throw me who's here in the room, John? I don't have my teleprompters are not working, John. And I'm just flying blind, John. I'm flying blind.
We got Muse Lover in the room.
Oh, we call him the old across the pond Don. That's what we call him. The old
All right, across the pond Don. We got Masculine Man up in here.
Masculine Man. Oh man, here's the deal, John. We call him we just call him Masculine Man. It was a good name, and he's on the cabinet. So, John, we don't ask questions; we just give answers here. All right.
And finally, we got Frequency up in here.
We call her our little doggy darling. We call her our puppy pal. Right, the canine cutie. Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. That's all right. Next question. Thank you for your services. Not for your service, but your services there, George W. Bush. My boy Pete. We're gonna bring up English. My boy Pete. English, my boy Pete.
Yes, John. Yes. How can I help?
Well, if you had to have wings of some sorts genetically mutated to your body in order to fly, would you do that?
Oh, John, that sounds preposterous. To damage one's continence, one's frame, one's beautiful form as it whiz, as it will be, as it shall continue to be as such, John. No. Tomfoolery, shenanigans. I say nay.
Okay. Thank you. And finally, Italian, my boy Pete, can you pop on up?
It's a book of the baby. It's a John. What can we do for you?
Italiano, my boy Pete. Can you tell us?
Scusi, John. I don't speak the English so very good, but what I can say is that I'm very interested to listen to your questions. I will answer all I can. Okay, prego, continue.
Prego to you. How many angels can fit within the eye of a needle? Italiano, my boy Pete.
Mother Mary, God bless. So many. I remember as a small bambino, as my mama told me, the angels, they watch over you, son. Do not touch your frioli, your cannoli, your ravioli. I was obsessed with pasta and the masturbation. Anyway, Mama said, do not touch. Angels are watching. So I think enough to dissuade from the touching. Too many, a little ashamed to watch what is going on. You know, maybe 17. Final answer.
Finally, someone got that answer correct. Holy crap.
Bellissimo.
All right, we got to move right along because we're running a little dumb-witted is what we're running. But we're gonna go to our short. My boy Pete, tell people what the short's all about.
Short is when you get a diagnosis and they say you have 5 minutes to live. John's gonna set a timer. He's gonna read the diagnosis from a single source. We're gonna have 5 minutes to work through the stages of grief. Once the 5 minutes are up, the alarm will sound, or as we will call it, for whom the bell tolls. And we will move forward.
All right. So I'm going to read the headline of the single source, and then we'll jump into it. Ready, my boy Pete?
Yeah. No, I'm ready. Yeah, no, I'm ready. No, I'm good. I'm good. Trick question. There's a hostage on a bus. Nope. Sorry. I was anticipating, John. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to let you talk now. I'm just going to light things, listen intently, and then respond in kind. You know, like human conversations happen.
The headline is dramatic drop in monarch butterfly count nears record 30-year low. And start. All right. So this is from yesterday from the AP News. A number of monarch butterflies spending the winter in Western United States has dropped to its second lowest mark in nearly 3 decades as pesticides, diminishing habitat, and climate change take their toll on the beloved pollinator.
Yeah, but there's also, you know, the political environment Like they built the wall. Like monarchs are first and foremost involved in the trade war. There's a such thing as monarch consent, John.
So the survey for this began in 1997. And monarchs, very specific species of the many that we talked about before, had their distinctive orange and black wings and are found across North America.
Black and orange, black and orange, black and orange.
In the eastern United States, they spend their winters in Mexico and are counted by the World Wildlife Fund, which has yet to release the data for this year. But the monarchs of West
check them because they go to Mexico for the tortas. Monarchs love tortas,
which is different from Tortuga for those who don't know Spanish so well. Anyway,
Tortuga means turtle. Torta means delicious.
It can be. They're not mutually exclusive. A nice turtle
have
soup.
you ever eaten a turtle and said, "This is delicious"? I've eaten a turtle and said, "I'm a horrible human. This should not be. I'm going to use this shell to throw at cars as I'm racing down the road." Like, too much acid, too much Mario Kart. Foiled again.
So monarchs west of the Rocky Mountains typically overwinter along the California coast. And the Xerces Society for Invertebrate Conservation has been counting western overwinter populations along the California coast, northern Baja California, and inland sites in California and Arizona the last 28 years.
How do you get a job on that, John? How do you I'm going to be on the Xerces site for invertebrate counting. I'm going down to Baja for the summer. Like 1, 2, 3. Oh, another cerveza and some tortas, por favor. 4, 5. Mota. 6, 7. John, I counted 10 today. My blood alcohol is 0.8. I love this job.
Well, so the highest number recorded by them was 0.2 million in 1987.
1.1 was like I've never hit 1 point. I've been 0.9, and they're like, "You should be dead." I'm like, you should be fucking watching your own fucking personages. Are we? Oh no, we're talking about
of the monarchs in California,
yeah, we're talking
right?
About, yeah,
1.2 million in 97.
I know is monarchs in 97, John. I know the batting average of every player of the 1988 San Francisco Giants, and I know all of the monarch statistics in California in 1997. Those are the 2 years of facts that I know. So I'm glad you brought that up. I'm not going to go into Will Clark and what he brought to the team in 88, but tell me about the Monarchs, John. I don't want to steal your thunder.
So this the organization announced this past Friday that it counted just 9,119 monarchs in 2024, which is a decrease of 96% from the 233,394 in 2023, just 1 year previous. 96% from the previous year.
Right, I'm with you 100%. But if you look at the funding and all of the people who went down for counting this year, there was 12 people who went down this year. 8 of them stayed at Senior Frogs, right? So you have to say that 8 of them are like not giving their full, stick-to-itiveness, Xerces counting progression status as we know it and love it. The 4 of them who were out living the dream, counting butterflies like you do.
Like you do.
They're the ones who are bringing back true numbers, John. I've seen it 100 times. Butterfly counters lie all the time. You can't trust them. You can't play poker with anyone who has the name of a city. You can't trust the count of a butterfly counter, and you can't wear white after Labor Day. These are 3 truths in life. Be a human, be aware. See something, say something.
All right. Well, what you're saying is pretty accurate, because in 2020 that was the lowest record, and that makes sense because of human circumstances that had nothing to do with the monarchs, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The Senior Frogs was still open, like the running free and willy-nilly, John.
Yep. But the survey did note that in Santa Barbara, the observers saw 33,200 monarchs last winter and only 198 butterflies this year. So that is something very distinctive that you can look at. That's our short.
No, I'm with it, but I want to know more, because how does one count butterflies, right? Because if you're one person, ooh, we got all these butterflies to count. Stop moving! I had to smash this whole section. I smashed all of them so I could count them because they were moving around. So I smashed. These 500 are dead, but there's 500.
They were here. Survey says they were here.
They're still here.
They're still here.
So, okay, I get it. Like, all right, so it's not every. It's like we're gonna have a team of butterfly counters. We're a foundation. We're the Xerxes Foundation. We count butterflies. All right, we have a team. We did onboarding training for a week. There's a bunch of swag. You get the Xerxes koozies. You get the Xerxes pens and a little visor, right? Like, oh, welcome to the party. Time to fucking count some monarchs.
Right.
And then, all right, here's a team of 10. You go out to this beach. And you guys just fucking start counting. Hey, bud, how you can't do like a let's all walk together and we'll count. Like, what is your zone? Did I count those? Did you count those? Where's our lines match? Where are you here and why am I there? Do you have to tag them? Do you have to take a picture? Do you have to give them a name, a backstory? This one's Steve the monarch. He grew up in Santa Barbara. He didn't like it. Broken home. His mom was a middle school monarch. His dad was a monarch accountant. Average grades. Got recruited to the Monarch Academy, flying for the Monarch military. He didn't want to go, but turns out that's what changed his life. One. This is Monarch. See, how do you do that, John?
HMS, like very HMS style.
100%.
Flying or traveling long distances for the monarch.
Right. If I give me a pinafore, give me a dream, I always say.
Let's do a shot and get into our final segment.
You think we don't have fun anymore, you silly bitch. Oh, we're due 3 seasons in. We've been doing this 4 years. We've lost our fucking I forgot how to say it in English. Joie de vivre.
I don't know what.
How do you say? Je ne sais quoi.
¿Cómo se dice?
Como se dice? That's it. I'll take 2 pounds of that. Is it fresh? What's the soup du jour? It's the soup of the day. That's delicious. I'll have one of those.
I don't know. What?
John, we have not lost our zest for life. Man, I can't even speak my French spy language anymore. All of my training has left me.
It's like
je ne sais quoi.
Et qu'est-ce que tu mesdames et messieurs, je m'appelle, je présente Monsieur Marseille. John, that's
Oh.
Donne-moi, donne-moi, donne-moi. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Donne-moi, dis-moi. Hosanna. John, you know what song that is?
No.
Do, do, da, do, 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 do.
Oh, now I know. Oh, okay.
They say, donne-moi, donne-moi. It's not Enigma. Enigma, yeah, no. It
Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde.
want to berserk? Do you want to make big fuck berserk?
Shaka.
Here's the folks. We're gonna do the talent show in the second half of this show. Right now, we need to move on. So we're gonna do a shot. We're gonna go back and change for the swimsuit portion of the, and then we'll be back.
Competition. It's a competition.
John, I'm Mr. America. Mr. America. Cheers. Bing, bing, bing.
A cow. You're welcome for listening, because we're going to finish up with a little segment about Rubin the Hurricane Carter.
Rubin the Hurricane Cube. Oh, no, that's Rubik's Steven Cube. That guy, hard to solve, but once you figured him out, got him in no time. Let's talk about the little hurricane. John, it would be cooler if we had a little rain. I didn't mean for other mountains coming down, sniffing up like fountains, putting out the fires of all desires. You know what I'm talking about, John?
Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Rubin Hurricane Carter.
The Hurricane. Yeah. Commonly known.
He was the boxer who was contender for the title.
Middleweight.
Railroaded for a murder he didn't commit, and then Denzel Washington said, "I'm going to do a movie."
Yeah.
Nope.
That's right.
Well, first, was time love God.
Robert Zimmerman.
Hurricane.
Robert Zimmerman.
7 lifetime ago, even though except you. Tell a little story of a hurricane. Mount Seven better times of rain. John O. Peacock made a story too. Two-sided here's as a podcast with you on a Tuesday night. 8 p.m. Pacific, all right. 11 p.m. Eastern, hey. Come on, John. Had to finish it either way. 4 a.m. Agree with me. We're sandwich time across the pond.
Pass the pan. Right, yeah. So Robert Zimmerman, commonly known as Bob Dylan, talked about Rubin Carter through a song commonly known as The Hurricane. Pistol shots ring out in the barroom night. Enter Betty Valentine from the upper hall. She sees a bartender in full of blood, cries out, "My God, they killed them all." I'm not going to. Here comes the story of the hurricane. And that's who we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Rubin Carter.
I thought this was Rubin Studdard week. God damn. 2004 is a banger, John. Thanks, Mona. She gets it. Someone's finally picking up what you're putting down.
Did you say Rubin Stutter?
One of the best fucking American Idol not winners.
Interesting. Huh. There's a through line there. Anyway, let's start at the beginning. Born in Clifton, New Jersey, May 6th of 1937.
I know. She called it out, and I'm just letting you know. Credit to Mona. Mona, how you doing? Girl, I'm looking at you. Girl, I'm looking at you. How you doing? Good to see you.
Now, he grew up in Paterson, New Jersey, born in 1937. Didn't get that one out. But he's the fourth of seven. So unlike the two of us, he has an experience that we don't have. Middle of a large family. I know neither of us really can understand that. So,
no, yeah, you're right. I was going to try to fit one in. There was nothing working. Yep.
At age 11, he got a criminal record for assaulting a man with a knife, sentenced to New Jersey juvie reformation at age 12. He escaped in 1954, climbing through a basement window, a la, like, you know, Shawshank style-y. And 2 weeks later, he told a recruiter that he was from Philadelphia to hide from his Jersey criminal record and joined the United States Army.
Okay. Like everyone has done when he's what now? 15?
Let's see, in 54...
16?
16, yeah. 17, 16, 17. 16, 17.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So he completed basic training in Fort Jackson, South Carolina, and was stationed in West Germany. He began a boxing career, joined the U.S. Army boxing team, and in just 2 years, he won the European welterweight champion.
Sound it out.
Welterweight championship with a record of, thank you, 51 wins and 5 losses in 2 years.
What happened to those 5? If I was the manager, I would have been all over him. Here's the deal, man. We can't have 5 losses.
I'm sure they could have deal.
You're coming to win, you're coming to lose. You want it, you got to go get it.
51.
I don't know you. I don't know who you are.
That's over 10 times wins to losses. 10 times.
It doesn't matter, John. You either get to winning or get to losing, John. Here's the deal. I coached many child soccer teams, right? Not officially. I yelled from the street because this is fucking free property. I'm coaching kids.
That's it?
I'm just letting you know you have to attack the ball.
Okay.
No, you are not giving me anything. I was like, oh no, we're going down a bad road. I should not. Oh man, the whole bad thing is for community service, they wouldn't let me coach the team I was accused of harassing to pay off the whole thing. So I was like, rock and hard place. You know what I mean? Anyway,
yep.
I'm gonna fucking ride this one to the ground, John.
So at this time, let me help you out because, well, I hope. Never mind. I'm just going to say it. A major explanation as to why he went into fighting so much at an early age. One, okay, the poverty and being black in New Jersey. But also he was a horrible stutterer. And so he was not able to communicate. And with the racism at the time in the early 50s, and with his inability to communicate otherwise, he took to fighting. In the army, they encouraged him to go into boxing.
What happened to you, John? You stutter. You can't throw hands to save your life. John, if we could just, do you need to join the army? How do we tap into fixing, not fixing, how do we capitalize on all the ifs, ands, or buts that make up a peacock? Here's the deal, bud. What I think is, first off, we clone you, right?
Okay.
Because then we can do whatever.
All right.
John, don't get attached. We're gonna
the clone? Okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, don't give him a name. If I see you having lunch with him, so help me God, John.
Yeah.
The whole experiment's over. I run a tight ship. Right? Science is number one, John. We are gods here. Check this thing on. Sorry, I was saying we are gods here. Sorry, technology fault. We are gods here. Okay, and we will be addressed as such. Sorry. Over.
You're having a little a popping on my end. Are you connected to your internet? Because your internet may be.
I don't know what you want from me.
No, you're so popping. Am I popping to you? So like,
no,
you're not. Like you don't hear that?
No.
Okay. Nope. Didn't expect that to happen. Because normally we don't have this kind of issue, but we'll do the same protocol. Invite him right back in.
Well, but now, am I?
No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
No,
but wait. And also,
sorry, it wasn't me. It was the stroke. Mea culpa. So tell me more about the fighting, because one felt forlorn and stuttery. John, tell me more about how you failed to capitalize on your shortcomings. How I didn't join the army and wasn't a contender. John, maybe if I would have joined the army, I would have been a welterweight. Fuck that shit. We eat our feelings around here. Our people beat anorexia. Fuck your couch. Sorry, are we still popping?
Nope. Oh, no, we're popping in different ways at this point. I'm just going to move on past that one. So, yes, 54, he joined, 2 years served, West Germany, immediately joined into the boxing part of it. Won 51 fights, lost 5 of them. And then shortly thereafter was discharged in 1956 for unfit to service or duty after 4 court-martials for disciplinary actions. So obviously with all those fights, the main thing he was doing was fighting in West Germany.
Bro, you're preaching to the choir now, because we've said this for so many different times. All these professional athletes who get accused, or not accused, who are guilty of assault in different ways on video cameras and security cameras, like, you are taught to kill. Like, oh, sorry, I had to human. Sorry, human. Like, oops, I killed when I was supposed to human. You're programmed differently. Like at that point, John, I'm not saying you're not accountable. I'm saying it's a natural reaction. Like, you can't let these fucking animals out in the wild unaccompanied. If you do, like, okay.
So he got back to the U.S. in '56, discharged dishonorably, not doing so great, down on his luck. Was arrested for some muggings in '61. He was sentenced to prison. I'm sorry, he was released in '61. So it was the 59, 58 or so. But again, discharged dishonorably after being a boxer and doing all this great stuff, but then, being held to a different standard, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. In '61,
yeah,
he became a professional boxer in the middleweight class, and 2 years later, he surprised the boxing world by defeating previous and future world champion Emil Griffith. Carter had a career record of 40 fights, 27 wins, 12 losses, 19 KOs, and 1 drop.
So a decent record.
A top ranked contender.
Top ranked contender. But if you look at that, it's good. You look at records of people now, and that record is like, you're good, you're a contender, you're a solid fighter, but everything. So, John, the weed is so much better now. Everything is. Babe Ruth was amazing, right? You look at OJ was great. The rushing, you look at all the records that people break. Records are broken because things get better. Things are consecutively better. So back in the day, oh my God, this was my record.
Yeah.
I'm saying, he was a contender. He was great. He was making his way, but
he was a champion.
I think, John, we're all champions at heart. I want to take this time to celebrate you as a champion. But hey, pal, you did it. 3 seasons going strong. You did it.
We're still in our second season.
Champion, my friend. The two-sided podcast again and again. John L. Peacock, my boy Pete. 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. 4 a.m. British Music Network's time. Anyway, fair enough, John. We're all champions in our own right.
So a lot of that is what people don't know about him. Now, what people do know is on June 17th, 1966, around 2:30 a.m., a shooting was reported at Lafayette Bar and Grill on the corner of East 18th and Lafayette Street in Patterson, where he grew up, right? We know that he and his friend, John Artis, were eventually arrested and eventually found guilty of the triple murder. That Carter, for some reason, was found more guilty and was given 30 years to life, and Artis was given 15 years.
Well, I understand it's a travesty, injustice, and all the way through, but I hope in all the travesties that will and continue to occur, if we ever get arrested for something, I do hope that I'll serve much less than you, because I'm going to try to talk my way out of it and say, John, two-sided strong, don't give up an inch. He made me do it. John, I'm going to be crying. I'm going to tell everything. I would give up. John, you know me. One of my favorite things is to snitch. You know that, right?
Uh-huh.
I have actually printed stationery. Dear Sir or Madam Officer, who is given the best interrogation ever, right?
Right.
It's not even funny. I can't. There's no irony. Like, I'm not sure how the pivot is when you're. No, there's no. Here's the deal. If you say anything, John, if I say anything,
Now let's just jump to the low point. The movie The Hurricane, led by Denzel Washington as Carter, shows this. So I'm gonna just breeze through it. The prosecution did seek the death penalty. They were both found guilty of the Night Spot is the name of the place killings, and the jury recommended life sentences. So Judge Samuel Larner imposed 3 concurrent life sentences for artists and 1 concurrent and 2 consecutive, which means longer, sentences for Carter in 1967. Moving past that, right? That's what we know.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
Yeah. In 1974, Bellow and Bradley, who had both been witnesses and major witnesses that convicted these 2 men, made a motion to recant their testimony, and the judge denied their motion.
I do declare I will recant. John, speaking of recanting, we got our good friend Dharma Ghost in the YouTubes.
Yeah.
Said, hey, this isn't the bummer episode, is it? Turns out, bud, every episode is the bummer episode if you listen loud enough, listen long enough, listen closely enough. We're not here for a long time. We're here to bring you down all the time.
No, this is not a total bummer story, because even though Bob Dylan very quickly after
Bob
setting,
Dylan,
you know,
it's a world kind of life, even though
here's a story of the hurricane.
Hurricane. Can't believe a boxer came and didn't even do the time. Was the same. Remember that song? Used to be the champion of the world. Damn. Sometime people told all the stories and told him he was murdered. Oh, how does it feel to be a boxer in jail?
So in 76, the judge said the convictions were based on an appeal to racism rather than reason, concealment rather than disclosure. And in 1985, at age 48, he was freed without bail. And then he became a Canadian citizen and lived most of the remaining of his years in Toronto and Ontario. And he became the executive director for the Association in Defense of Wrongly Convicted, the AIDWYC, and a motivational speaker.
But wasn't he arrested later in a Vegas hotel room because he went to steal his memorabilia back? Hurricane member. No, because he went to
that person was on the loose.
Clark County. No, Clark County, because he was a famous. Oh, no, sorry, getting my sports stars and my trials and stuff. You're right. Canadian. Good on him. Good on him.
In his 1974 autobiography, The 16th Round, from number 1 contender to number 45472, which was written in prison, Carter frequently addressed his stuttering.
Number 45402.
He said, quote, "I couldn't speak to save my life. I had always been told that as I became older, my speech would eventually straighten itself out, but it did not happen that way with me. Any effort I made to talk made my speech worse, and therefore my habit was to speak as little as possible." Later in that book, There's nothing mysterious or supernatural about my leadership ability. And I will always believe it was only a consolation prize for being shortchanged in the speech department.
So what you're saying is to fix your speech, you got to go to jail. You got to go to prison. John, why don't you do some dirt? Fix your patois. Fix your timbre, your pitch, your delivery, bud. 5446. That's my number.
From 93 to 2005, Carter served as the executive director of the Association in Defense of the Wrongly Convicted, and he also was the board of directors for many organizations that either oppose the death penalty or to seek prison reforms. The Hurricane became an internationally sought-after motivational speaker after having entered the ring to fight for children who stutter. That was his first major cause coming out. It was the wrongfully convicted and children who stutter, because he saw both as intertwined in his own personal life.
What was the I just heard on NPR, there was a band, radio frequency, there was a band that did changes time. They did the
that's David Bowie. Changes time to make a change. Changes. That's Bowie.
Then it wasn't Bowie, because I was
bad.
No, there was one, and they did because they recorded it. His brother had a stutter, and they recorded it as the band, and it was an internal recording. They didn't release it, but then it got released, and the label heard it. I'm like, that's great. That needs to be. Fuck! It's not changes. It's not changes.
I think it's bad to the bone. Bad.
No. No, that's bad to the bone. You idiot.
I know it. I know that's bad to the bone. Yeah.
Microphone. Anyway, sorry.
Oh,
it's gonna be horrible.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
No, it's not. It's not a hard. It's not. It's like a weird.
Baby, just ain't seen nothing yet. Yes,
there you go.
That he never could have done. Yeah, he wrote it.
Yes,
he wrote it for his brother. Yeah,
he wrote it for his brother. That's the one. See, it takes a village to raise an answer. Yeah, two-sided baby. Yeah, come on, John. Yeah, it's not appropriation if we're having a stutter on part of the show. You have to raise your hand.
Now, if you'd like to listen to our segment on stuttering, please do, because we talk about that, and I have had a stutter in my life.
Junior.
And my boy Pete loves to say that joke from the Adam Sandler movie.
Here's the deal, bud. The thing is, I believe in treating people with handicaps like real people. John is one of my closest friends in the world, and he is broken in ways I can't even begin to explain if you can't see it here now. But I treat him like a regular motherfucker. Today, Junior, get your shit together. Button your shirt. Tuck in your Adam's apple. It's a sign of weakness around here.
So, in the last of his life, Carter worked on clearing another man of false incarceration. David McCallum, incarcerated for murder in 1985, releasing an opinion piece titled "Hurricane Carter's Dying Wish" 2 months before his death on October 15th, 2014. McCallum was exonerated, and later that year, Carter died of, I believe, pancreatic cancer. It was a form of cancer, prostate cancer. It was prostate cancer.
Survey
that's the story of the hurricane.
prostate cancer. So,
The
John,
sources.
I'm glad we nailed down the sources of that cancer, because just as a clinical scientist, as a forensic oncologist, as a longtime listener, first time autopsy attendee, I would like to go out on a limb and say, John, the specific cause of death cancer style is a little detail. We call that the spice of peacock. Not needed, but it's always there. Spicy as a motherfucker. Ginger with the mincher. John, I get it. When you cough hard enough, your joints hurt and your eyes go dim.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sources for this episode of Two Sided have been, first segment, the Smithsonian Institute, insectlore.com, the London Zoo, and the Australian Butterfly Sanctuary. Second segment, University of Michigan Law, National Park Services, Biography, ESPN, and the Stuttering Foundation. And the short is the AP News.
John, I was on insectlore.com quite a lot, but it was on the fan fiction side, so I cannot confirm or deny any of your research, but I do have some pretty hot monarch goss. If you want to slide into the DMs, I'll slip you all the details on the larvae caterpillar metamorphoses. Doesn't matter. Sexy as fuck, butterfly style. Also, segment 2. Second, doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there. ESPN.com was one of the sites that I have blocked from my my interweb. I don't believe in sports at all. No, I only deal with ESPN 3 through 7. If it's not Russian slap fighting, I'm not fucking with it, John. I don't want to see any college, pro, American soccer, any national, anything that is, if there's not axes involved or Middle Eastern or Slavic folk just aggressively living their lifestyle, I don't want to partake in my ESPN feed, John. So, Slavic slapping, that was a great show, one of my segments. And oh, that's right, John, the Gideon Bible that I stole from the Days Inn. I checked off a lot of the commandments as we broke them tonight. Cheers.
I noticed you've been using that Bible more and more these past couple of weeks. My boy Pete, it's now time for your favorite segment and mine. My boy Pete, what's the through line?
Yes, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times, John. It was the beginning and the end. It's the alpha and the omega. It was all of the things we want and none of the things that we need. They are called fingers, but I've never seen them fingering. Oh, yeah, I totally have. Boom, baby! Sorry. Let's go ahead for the people just tuning in, or the people who have left in disgust. Either way, let's recap.
First segment, butterflies. The short is the butterfly, monarch butterfly low count. And the second segment is Rubin Carter, also known as the hurricane.
What is happening here? How is there a through line? Butterflies in the sky because hurricanes make them die. The monarchs are here, but not so near because of the hurricanes. Don't take my word for it. The through line is butterflies, then monarchs being low in number, and then the hurricane, the box.
Yeah.
Oof. It's horrible. There's no through line. You are way off base if you think you can get through line with this. Times they be a changing. Bob Dylan used the butterfly song to the times they be a changing, metamorphosizing, hurricane style. And if you don't know why we do the two side things, though we do, isn't it? How does it feel? That's what the through line is, John. How does it feel? Fuck yeah.
That's right, my repeat. The butterfly effect can affect many kinds of hurricanes.
I believe I literally said all of those words, and I even included Ashton Kutcher and his ex-wife, Demi Moore, G.I. Jane.
Before we get out of here, my repeat, is there anything from this episode you'd like to take a second glance at, a second look, a second thought, a second opinion? This is Pete's Retraction Corner.
No, John, I stand by everything I've done. I stand by everything I've said. There is no looking back. There is only forward. There is only tomorrow. There is no longer yesterday. Today is past. Tomorrow is looming. Let us eat, drink, celebrate our victories like warriors moving forward in battle. Today is given, tomorrow's not. Huzzah. I don't know if you guys want to go to any Ren fairs coming up, but there's a lot going on. So I can get your cloaks, get your daggers, get your staffs. Let's fuck around. Apache Junction. What up? Sean, you get it.
My repeat, let's do a shot and get out of here.
I usually don't drink on Tuesdays, but when I do, it's with John L. Peacock at the Two-Sided Pod.
So interesting.
Weird how timing works. Cheers, bud. Bink, bink, bink. Bink, bink, bink.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We have our open chat show continuing for those listening live on the Stereo app or watching live on YouTube. So if you are here now, regardless of the platform, stick around. And if you're hearing this later and want to join us in the green room for our after show wind downs, or want to throw some topics out there, email twossidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO sidedpod@gmail.com. That's a wrap for tonight. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
My boy Pete, as always, in Southern California.
And this was our show. And you can eavesdrop wherever you get your podcasts and even join us live, both on our YouTube channel, handle @2sidedpod, all one word, and the Stereo app every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, as we talk about the two sides of life, the serious and the fun. Here on Two-Sided. Love you, Pete.
Love you, John. And a young priest and a moderator. Oh, I'll be back. Oh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, that is right. We are back in the green room. It's a small journey, but it's worth the wait to get here, because now we can all read through what has been happening and understand. Number one, Ghost, you're truly like, yeah, we need moderators. you are telling me 100% that is one of the best things coming up in the new two-sided new look, because here's going to be a little, I don't know how everyone feels, but it's going to be a change. We're going hard YouTube. We're still going to be on stereo, but it's going to be the weird echo of the thing. I don't know how it works, man. I don't use technology. I'm in the world, I'm of the world. No, I am the world, not for the world. No, it would have to be your world. It doesn't matter. Oh shit, John is here. John. Oh, and he's. So anyone, just FYI, one of the technical difficulties. Here's a little tidbit behind the scenes. I will own up to shortcomings. I will own up to weird shit that happens in the show, because I know when I cause problems, right? When I bumped out and I was not hearing John and I came back in and it was weird not on YouTube, but on stereo. I don't know where it's weird. Somewhere weird where John did a thing and I did the thing. It's because I looked at a fucking text message. I had a fucking producer texting some ideas and stuff, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna look at this thing. I did, right? Phone app, weird, yeah. Send you somewhere weird. Oh, John, you want to come in now? Oh, John, you want to come in now? Turn your camera on, motherfucker, before I let you in. Sorry, folks. It's the green room. I can talk how I want. So, turn your camera on, I'll let you in. Don't you fucking put your hand down. Put your goddamn hand down. Look at them. No. Unmute yourself. I will unmute yourself. John, we're on YouTube. Is our main platform, bud. Are you there? Hi. Perfect. I'm gonna let you in because now you understand. I'll invite you. Will I give you the start? I don't know, John. I don't know, but I'm letting you know when you hit different things on your phone, different things happen.
All right.
Different. Shit. Welcome to the party. Glad you're back. You and your fucking shirt. Anyway.
You want to pop those packets?
I would love to, but great messages would be direct messages on YouTube or direct messages on. No, actually, direct messages on YouTube or full on chat. Call some shit out, man. That's all. Oh, derp. Oh, derp. He left some messages and he left away. This one, we'll see where it goes. Ready? Bud?
Oh, you guys ever get that feeling like when your nipples just get hard out of nowhere, like a gust just walked right through you? Yeah, there's quite often, to be honest, quite often. John, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't. Like, what are you doing? I'm not going to touch anything. Okay? Until you do whatever. You're the best. And the worst is that if we could put two of you on an arc and everything floods, humanity would be fucked, man, because you would not make a good life for any people's moving forward. Ugh. Love you, bud. Sorry.
I've always wondered. Not that I think the Klan is cool in any way, but I always wanted to ask one of them if after Labor Day, Like, do they have to just stay inside with those white outfits? I always wondered that. You gotta be dumb as shit to be racist and have white as your outfit. I mean, after Labor Day, you're fucked until it comes back around again. I'm just joking with you guys. Labor Day, Labor Day show. Great night. I hope that, I hope you don't have ADD. See that? Is that okay?
Hell yeah. Dr. Ray Spector. Thanks, man. That's awesome. No, 100%. No, and ADHD is fucking real, bud.
Did he say making fuck? Yeah, he did.
Yes. Well, making, you know a song, yes, making fuck.
Yeah, I think your boy Pete there got a little flustered when he thought about multiple Johns. I think I heard his boner growing in his pants. Thinking about all the DP he's gonna get in his bump. Maybe some peacockage up in his
F square bill.
It must be John Peacock and my boy Pete, a two-sided podcast on the streets of stereo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. Shibbity doo wop wop, say what? Yeah.
Man, Ghost, it's about time. It's about time someone recognizes. It's the one time we talk about our merch, our after show. We're going to be in the lobby. The table set up. We do take pictures, but don't stay too long. Like, if you're going to hang out, like, oh, you want to smoke? You want to like blowjobs or handies? Like, tell us that, and like we'll meet you outside. You know what I mean? But keep the line moving. We get crowds to fill. Anyway, merch table is out there. Keep it Antarctica butterfly free. That's our new 2024 touring shirt. It's the end of season 2. Last shirt we made, season 2. Last time was, we'll look back on this time when we said, oh, that's when the butterflies weren't there, right? Once we hit season 3, season 4, who knows what happens? Butterflies could be ruling shit. We don't even know, right? But now it's time to strike while the iron is butterfly free or hot, whatever you need. Anyway, Jules, I adore you. Fucking Jules, love you. So people here on YouTube, anyone on stereo, if you click that link above your head, we are live on the YouTubes. Anyone, you can type in some messages. We are watching these. I am not good at reading, moderating, understanding. Enunciation is a problem. Timely responses, huge issue in my life. Just maintaining eye contact can be a trial and tribulation. But all these things, I beg you to disregard. Jump into the YouTube, send some messages. We'll keep an eye on it. Jules is here, who is kind of not a moderator because John hasn't given her the permissions. I don't know how YouTube works. Here's the deal, folks. What I'm kind of like a unicorn in the fact that I shouldn't exist, and not even gonna go there. It's gonna be easy. Doesn't matter, folks. I don't want to participate in technology, but I know it should exist. But I want John to run it, but I know he can't. But I want to click my heels 3 times, and I want you to be there, Tin Man, and you to be there, Ghosty, and you to be there, Julie, and you to be there, John L. Peacock, and you to be there, Dub. Oh my God. All the people and F Square and Red Stereo and Midnight Angel and all of you were there. The worst.
the worst Wizard of Oz. Little fucking dog too. Okay. All right, I'm playing messages. Sorry, John. Yes, O.J. Simpson went to the hotel room to steal back his memorabilia because it's mine.
That's my stuff.
You don't deserve it.
That's my stuff. Give me my shits back.
Ooh, y'all watch that new OJ. Watch that new OJ on Netflix. Go ahead. Stay in that night. Smoke a little weed. Have a little cocktail. Binge watch that shit. You'll finish it. It'll be worth it. Call me. It'll be worth it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. 3rd season, baby. 3rd season. Watch out for some changes. You know, in the 3rd season, anything goes. All rules are broken. Yeah, let's get it.
He's going to keep calling. I shouldn't play his messages. But he'll keep calling. All right.
Oh, that's interesting. Text messages. That's interesting.
It's like a warp drive. It's like a fucking warp drive going from YouTube back to stereo. It's like it's the sinew of your like DNA just gets stretched in a way that makes you want to play with yourself or something. I don't know. Great. I love you guys. Like brothers.
Yeah.
Of course, John jumps in on playing with yourself. He's like, "Go ahead." You were saying,
Continue.
I have buttons and glasses, folks. If you like what you've heard, if you don't understand what you're listening to, if you've never felt this uncomfortable before, well, have I got news for you. If you're in the stereo streets right now, you can click that link above your heads. You can see what makes you feel the way you are feeling now. If you are here on the YouTubes, well, don't be afraid. Tell your friends, tell your coworkers, tell your goddamn parole officer. We will be here next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. That's right, where we will take bets, wagers, and the odds are good that John will have more things in store with his appearance and display in general. I'm trying to be so nice, bud. People have said I'm so mean. I'm like, I'm not mean. I'm just being realistic, and this is how you yell at people. You didn't grow up in a group home? And then people are like, no. I'm like, all right. Well, things are different from how I communicate. I have a different love language. I see John's cancer, and I aggressively laugh at it and poke fun of his eyewear. Hell, I would poke fun at his eyes. Fuck that. I would poke his eyes. That, folks, is what we call workshopping a joke. Now it's 3 people. Where you got, John? You're quiet as a fucking church house whore.
Juan y Pedro.
Ay, Dios mío.
Ahora es la hora de la noche. en la que les imploro a ambos que tomen un trago. Gracias.
Jesus Christ, Sean. One time I mentioned tortas on the show, and all of a sudden Dub comes in hot with mariachi and a fucking accent.
That was not mariachi.
I know. I know. John, listen, if we say it loud and proud that we've learned, we can convince half the people. And if we convince half those people, and we do it positively enough, we get another 25. John, don't second guess me, John. This is my big ha! No. Don't cry for me, John L. Peacock. It's Tuesdays on the Two-Sided Pod. Come on, John. This is my big number.
Step back, boys. This is my only number in the movie.
Upstage, boys. I need more room to dance.
It's 10% what you say, 90% how you say it. My boy Pete, I say things of substance, but say them kind of awkwardly, and you say absolutely nothing but real well.
Whoa, John. Ich bin ein Berliner, John. That's some bullshit. Do not put your fucking pastries upon me, my friend. I have things to say, and I can say them well. You, sir, write them down, read your numbers, squares, digital lies. John, all of your good things have been taken, turned into
shots in the wind.
Farts in church.
Peeing down the barrel.
Tails of fish. Peacock said these were the barrel. Peacock old bear. Hey, folks, if you like what you heard, I don't know why you would. We're right on board with you. If you feel uncomfortable and need to report this to an adult, well, I highly recommend doing so. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Tell your parole officer why you were late to the meeting or the Two-Sided Pod. Come on, John. Come on, bud.
Cheers, buddy. Ow.
Ask me the questions. I shall tell you no lies. Come unto me, all ye who are weak, silly, stupid of heart. Water of the knee. Simple of the mind. Bendable of the conscience. Wavering of the faith. Yea, all will be quenched. Drink. Yea, gulp from the fountains. Nay, John. The waterfalls. Nay, John. The oceans that are.
Yay.
Yay. Yea, though I walk. Yea, wade.
Yay.
Everybody put your hands up. Yay.
The huzzahs have it.
The roof
is flooding. Yay! This is what I meant about the flood and the gates are opening, you guys. Huzzah! I have had a lot of
specific
callers. I'm going to read a few now. Dear Two-Sided Pod, John, why are you muting? Don't mute. Come on, bud. This is the worst. Like, the thing is, when you can communicate, when we can talk, you need to.
You were playing messages. I have to mute during your messages. I'm sorry. That was a that was a misfire. I thought you were playing messages.
No. These were messages. These are not. I'm not playing messages. These are DMs that people sent.
These are messages, not messages. I'm sorry. My confusion there. My boy Pete. I apologize.
Jesus, this fucking millennial. What are you gonna do with it? You know what I mean?
I said messages. I meant DMs. But he thought messages, which is playing where he has to mute, and then I berated him for it. No, yeah, it makes sense.
Right. And then I talked about DMs. That's bullshit.
Tell me about those DMs.
All right. I don't even want to. John, I don't think that I can. It's a doctor-patient confidentiality that I'm now second guessing. No, it's a doctor. If a doctor compliments the patient, it's the doctor-patient complementariality. And one of the things I learned, as a doctor, I was like always like, you look very, like always give like. So you give some complimentarity. So the whole thing.
You tell people, you can never tell me, you can tell nobody I ever said that to you. You can tell nobody ever said your tits were hot, all right? Complimentarity.
When I became a physician, I first took an oath. I shall do no harm, but also
complimentarity.
I said, you got a real nice rack on you, and handed me my diploma. So the whole thing is like a, physician heal thyself kind of a situation.
You better.
That's so stupid. I'm so stupid. So the thing is, folks, all of us are stupid, and none of us shall be held accountable. John, you do not mute yourself ever again, even when you have the cancer coughs. Don't do it. The time is now. We shall only have this moment.
All right, so we got 5 messages, and I have to mute for them.
No, but at this point,
6. Never mind, 6.
I feel like you just don't even want to have a normal conversation ever. But I'm going to go ahead, mute it up, because we are in the moment of not muting. But now that you've clocked them, and you're going to continue to clock. And I realize every time you do this, you hold. Every time I'm like, are you flipping me off or giving me a handshake? Like, you're just telling me how many messages. Like, I don't know. You don't ever need to do that, John. A little behind the curtain. I'm good with numbers. Up till 10.
Yep.
Up till 9+.
9+, exactly. Little stereo joke for those on YouTube who don't know it.
It's called an abacus. So 9+, and then you do 9+, and then there's more pluses. So anyway,
the more you know. Abracus. Fair enough. Ready, buddy? I don't know what you're doing. I can't see your eyes.
I can't see your eyes. I can't trust you anymore.
I don't know who you are.
I don't know who you are.
Oh shit. This is the clone we talked about. So we can do whatever we want to you. You don't have real feelings. Holy shit. This is awesome. John, you clever fucking fox. I'm gonna play these messages. We're gonna wreck this guy's house. I assume John's listening somewhere, and the person I'm talking to is the clone. So I'm talking to the John, and I'm going to tell this clown we're going to wreck his house. I'm going to play the messages. Don't look. Oh, he has feelings.
It's like John Peacock's two-timing you. Like in the after show, he's like muted on. What are you doing?
Right.
John?
I'm saying.
Yeah. Is it that good? Can't share it with the rest of us?
Say it.
I wanted to leave a message telling you all the items that I picked up on my grocery shop this week. Because, hang on, what's that? We're not leaving random messages that don't relate to the show. But I just heard that. Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Loaf of bread, stick of butter, carton of milk. I love you. Jules, I love you.
Vitus.
I didn't understand that, but I feel like it was something about the cavity creeps. Oh no, the cavity creeps. Let's hear that again.
Conjunctivitis.
Gingivitis. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend gingivitis. Or that could be a sexy dentist wrestler name. Gingivitis. She's in the WWE. I'm just saying, John.
I want to know, have you ever seen Lorraine? I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? That bitch still owes me 20 pounds.
I want to know, have you ever heard of the exchange rate from dollars to pounds? See, because I don't know what 20 pounds is. I feel like that's $25. It could be 24 quid. It's 17 tuppence. It's 48 tuppence, John. I'm looking it up now. It's 4 farthings. It's 17 talents. It's 428 drachmas. John, can we have our next show be about dead currency? Because I have some thoughts. Don't you fucking write it down, you fucking asshole.
I'm an arsonist. I'm not saying I want to see people burn. But one time in my life, I mean, like, maybe it's a premonition. Maybe I've just been having some weird wacky, I don't know. But I envision having a friend and they're dating someone. And it's like I actually turn to them and say, your roof is on fire. We don't need no water. That bitch the bitch. They'll burn.
Am I joking?
Not at all. We are now closing cold case files, John. Remember how we did the whole thing, like the old Piccadilly arsonist, the old Piccadilly circus, the old Dowry fucking flame down, right? We haven't been able to solve it, but someone had a fucking dream that they told them mate, and that's how we cracked the case, John. And that is what we're going to pitch to Hulu, right? Because it's pretty dark, but I feel like we can get away with it. I don't know. We're going to figure it out.
I do love that about America. The way that you guys go Iraq, and it's like you trying to say that your bosoms. I don't get it. You're Iraq. I don't get it. And then it's like Iran, and it's like, yeah, you're not a flock of seagulls. What the fuck? I ran so far away.
Bro, so even domestically, so here's a great one. My family lives in Kansas, in Wichita, Kansas, and right in through Wichita. And John is gone. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, John has left the building. Holy balls. Right through Wichita, Kansas, or right near there is the Arkansas River. But if you look at the spelling of Arkansas, it's spelled Arkansas, Arkansas. So it's like, that's not the Arkansas River, that's the Arkansas River. So Arkansas is there, but that's the Arkansas River. Holy shit. Like, hey man, those are freedom fries. That's Iraq. What are we doing? Like, what are aggressively as a people? I mean, I get it. We're wrestling gators for fun, right? I understand. We have behemoth 82-ounce steaks that we eat in less than 30 minutes for fucking fun. But what are we doing as Arkansas? Fuck. Anyway, I ran so far from that joke.
See, I thought you said conjunctivitis. I think you called it pink eye. And I thought he was saying it in relation to if you want to do a Newcastle Geordie accent, because you say conjunctivitis. You can also say Costa Rica or Terra Masalata. You're welcome.
Ooh. I'm going to have 2 of those. They sound delicious. Well, I'm going to get at least 1 conjunctivitis to go. I'll have extra cheese on mine. That's how Southwest I am. I'm saying, you guys, you need to come to the Southwest. It is so culturally so weird. I realize now how small. I realized previously, but I realize now, food-wise, of just like how specific things are. Like the conjunctivitis you can get in San Diego County is so different from when you get across the border, John. Right? No, it's delicious. But I wouldn't drink the water. You know what I mean?
I want to know, have you ever seen Luke Cage?
Ah!
I want to know, have you ever seen Luke Cage? No gonna lie, it's alright, old Marvel.
But yeah, don't watch Defenders.
Okay, you said Luke Cage, but I want Luke Cage. I want to get over here. I want to know, has Scorpion ever fought Luke Cage? Get over here. See, John? See what I did there? You're welcome for listening.
Not that I've heard that story before. It's just kind of the way it's spelled and blatantly. I say it's dyslexia, but it's not. It's just me being a dickhead. But I do actually just refer to it as Arkansas. And the thing is, let's see, I've got, I know someone, and so I'm talking to her, and it's like she's from Arkansas. I never say Arkansas. I always call it Arkansas.
Right.
And the thing is, especially if you're from like Liverpool, Julie, looking at you, you know Liverpool. Yeah, thanks, lady. Anyway, so when you're from Liverpool, there was someone called Cilla Black, and she always used to go, oh, it's our game from our, and it's like, from our Liverpool, from her, because she's got like a Liverpudlian Scouse accent. So it'd be like, Arkansas. I was from Arkansas.
You're going to have the weirdest time when we go for Christmas there, John. Because apparently I don't understand accents, but I'm super aggressive. So we're going to have a lot of weird encounters.
Yeah.
You realize that, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be fun as shit. I can't wait. John. Liverpool, am I right?
Liverpool. Probably Newerpool.
Damn straight. Drown him in a small fucking tiny pool. That's not what you need to say there. He's got the black lung pop.
We got a quick one from Jules. Pop that.
Your mouth. Here we go. I'll try again.
Conjunctivitis, Costa Rica, and Arabassalada. That's Geordie. If I wanted to do a Liverpool Scouse accent, I would simply say, chicken teriyaki and a can of Coke, please. You're welcome.
So what I'm hearing, John. I'm hearing a lot of phlegm. I'm hearing a lot of it's almost a but you know, quiet. That's a see something, say something.
Well, let's do the what?
Carry on.
Right, yeah. Do it.
Yep.
What did you hear?
Chicken teriyaki. Has it John? Is it chicken? Has it? You'll never get away with your lucky charms. No, that's not it. What did you hear?
Chicken teriyaki and a can of Coke.
Yeah, no. The thing is, I feel like you got it, but what I got was the spirit. You know what I mean? Like I was of the people. You know what I mean? And you were like, oh, look, here's a foreigner who speaks dialect. You know what I mean? And so I feel like
no, actually, I don't know what you mean at that point.
Yeah, you're gonna see that about three stops down. Colic. Yeah, kind of Coke.
I'm going one more time.
Chicken teriyaki and a can of Coke.
Yeah, no, it's exactly what people expect to hear from tourists, right? And what I'm bringing is friendship, camaraderie, and international love. And that is what people see. John, we've been through it 100 times.
Well, try to remember, John. But if I can't, that's just too bad.
Here's the deal, John. You can have all the chicken and all the Coke you want, but it's not going to bridge the gap that I bring to the table. You know, I love you. Always have. John, it's not even like that. John, it's not even like that.
There you go. Oh, you're talking a little bit. That's Liverpool.
Oh, you come. There you go. Oh, you know, love you.
Well, I'll try to remember, John, but if I can't, that's just too bad.
What are you going to do? Oh, you guys fuck with Canadians. All right, I like this. I like this a lot. Fair enough.
Chicken karaoke and a can of Coke.
I don't know what it means, John. I've never had chicken like that before. Welcome to Liverpool. You'll never make it out of your life.
I'm gonna play it again. No, you play it again. You do it. Do it. Do it.
Well, here's the deal, John. The things that we have done in our past, the things that we have done with our conjunctivitis and our Costa Ricas, the things that we regret. These are the things we need to listen to. Let's try again, shall we?
Oh.
Conjunctivitis, Costa Rica, and Arabasalada. That's Geordie. If I wanted to do a Liverpool Scouse accent, I would simply say, chicken teriyaki and a can of Coke, please. You're welcome.
Chicken. Hey, John. No, you get what you're thinking is we invaded. This is Desert Storm, right? Or Desert Shield. Hey, man. Mission accomplished. See, John? That's what we call a callback.
It's a really terrible callback. We've done some great callbacks. That was a pretty bad one.
Hey, man, I'm not here for your judgment. I'm here for the finger sandwiches. Oh, shit. That was delicious.
Dog paintings.
Go on. I'm all ears.
Starting 2 wars because that's man trying to kill my dad.
Hi, me. That's some bullshit right there. I'll tell you what.
The one that I'll always think of pretty quickly with him, and the only one that I know is word for word. Is it still? Let's find out. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, you ain't gonna fool me again. That's my George W. Bush.
John, one of our greatest American presidents.
As opposed to our great non-American presidents.
No, our foreign ones, they were pretty bad, John. Here's the deal, bud. American president once. Shame on them. Foreign president again. So
you do know that every single one of our forefather presidents, every single one was technically an immigrant because America wasn't established by that time.
Forefather, shame on me. 5 father, can't believe. I won't believe it either. Huh? All right.
can't count out to 5, so it's only 4 fathers.
Mission accomplished.
All right, we'll pop some more.
Here's the deal. I want to look at some more X-rays of your lungs.
I want to look at some more X-rays of your lungs.
I want you to have better terpenes and less complications. John, I was going to send you John, I was going to send you a old priest and a young priest to work on resuscitation, but it turns out they did not ship well. Anyway, the old priest died. The young priest could not handle the trauma, and so I brought his remains back, and I made remains of both of them. Anyway, we're going to fix you. Just like Coldplay says, I will try to fix you. We can't believe it's Two-Sided Tuesday. And as John L. Peacock, words caller today. And his segments go so long, you know. And drinking so slow. Sorry, John. I see your face and I won't even, because I was going to gently ease into a little faith. No.
Ever think of Liverpool? Think of, like, say, the Beatles. The Beatles are big in Liverpool.
Yep.
I could name you like a list, but I fuck with Manchester. I'm a Man United fan, so yeah, I thought Liverpool.
I don't think I'll look to the fuck with Liverpool, John. All these fucking suckers. I'm 38 years old. It seems I could have better choices than this now. Doesn't matter. Shh, quiet.
Can't even begin to tell you how happy I am that I'm finally leaving this message, because since my last message, I've been locked out of my car and I've been like breaking into it. I always love it when
I reported you. That's the reason I reported you.
My Hyundai Sonata is like from 2006, but the door handles all, except for like the back passenger door, have all broken off from normal use, and so I have to keep my driver's window cracked all the time to reach in to open my door. It's a bitch, and I had it fixed once and broke it again. You know, the automatic door locks, like the motors don't have enough power to do any. I mean, it's just when I'm done with this car, I'm driving it off of a cliff. Not with me in it this time, but you know.
Hi, yeah. This is a concerned citizen. Yeah. There's a 2006 Hyundai Sonata parked in our neighborhood. Yeah, there seems to be a white male reaching into his car. I don't know. I'm unsure. It seems to be. It's quite distressing. There's children in the neighborhood. We don't like him. Anyway, he has a lot to say. No, because we hear him swearing as he's trying to reach his. Yeah, no. Oh no, he's got his. It's open. He's still swearing, but now he has his phone. He's saying even more. Oh, this is great. I'm just a concerned citizen. I thank you for your service. Okay. I do apologize. I wasn't aware that people can just park wherever. No, that's on me. Hmm. 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 Kids get ready. Hmm. I understand. Mhm. No, I. Mhm. Mhm. Kids get. You got to brush your teeth. I know. No, I'm wasting your time. I understand people can park wherever they want, and it is it's totally fine. Everyone has a voice. They should share it. No, I would rather not. Hmm. No, I would rather not say that. I know this is being recorded. Uh-huh. Okay. Um, two-sided pod ain't nothing to fuck with. Two-sided pod ain't nothing to fuck with. Okay, is that fine? Okay, I apologize for calling. Have a good night. Yeesh.
I just need to say happy Titty Tuesday. My tits are as cold as the witches now. It being like 25 degrees Fahrenheit outside. I don't know what that is in Celsius. Sorry, Julie. Maybe.
We don't believe in that.
What's
We
five
don't believe in
below?
that.
British terms.
We don't believe in that.
Thank you. Inquiring minds want to know.
Nope.
Oh, my boy Pete and John Peacock, you're back. Hey, nice to see you. Look at me. I'm so cold. I'm blue.
One blue here, one blue there.
Something like when you're sitting in your car, you know, and you're looking down at your phone that's on your console, and you're listening and you're looking, and what am I looking at? Like nothing's happening on the screen, but your logo for your two-sided podcast, it looks like Marvin the Martian from Warner Brothers, but he's got like one black eye, like his right eye is blackened. Sit back and look at it. It kind of looks like Marvin the Martian. I keep thinking of Marvin the Martian every time I fucking look at it. So either change it to Marvin the Martian, or my boy Pete, you're gonna have to become Ginger, please, to make him not look like he's a battered Martian. He's staying in the battered Martian shelter as we speak. Don't beat your Martians.
I'm glad you said that, because I told my Martian once. I'm not going to tell him again. And that's what you get for questioning the two-sided pod, Marvin. Well, you know, as long as we just call him Marvin. I don't know if you've read the Newbery Award-winning book, The Whipping Martian. John, you like literary jokes, don't you? Of course he does. It's not on me or you. It's just of the world. You know what I mean?
Does that mean I stuck my head in the sand? Because not sounding funny, I've seen a lot of like memes of like 9/11, which is just like the fuck. That's not even funny. That's quite sick. But someone's got to laugh. Just not me. And then what's the other one? Someone keeps going on doing it when George W. Bush was out of school. He's like son kindergarten. He's reading a book, and like blatantly, like one of his aides just goes to him and goes, yes, like Twin Towers been hit. Why no? I'm like, what? 24 years. 24 years. Not seen it like this. So what's going
I guess all we can say is thanks, John. I guess all we can say is thanks, John.
True story. Your Karen impression was impressive. It happens, man. I'm telling you. Like, so I was in a supermarket. I was in Fred Meyer's parking lot. That's Kroger's for anybody who doesn't speak Oregonian. I was in Fred Meyer's, and I'm like doing like Instacart. I got all these groceries with me, and I'm reaching into my car windows to open my doors, and I'm putting my groceries in the seats. And this old man comes up to me, and he's in tears. He's like 80 or something, or he's in tears. And he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm a little stressed." He's like, "I thought you were up to no good, but then as I sat and watched you, I realized maybe you need help." And he hands me $20, and I'm just like, "Oh, well, I'm taking 20 because I really could use it. Thank you."
So then I said, "What else you got in your wallet, old man?"
Ah. Now, unfortunately, Domingos, I can't take part in Titty Tuesday because, of course, it's Wednesday here in the UK. Now, if you'd have asked me yesterday, I would have given you graphic details of how Titty Tuesday was for me, probably with pictures, but it's Wednesday. I'm so sorry.
John.
Yeah.
Quickly. What is a body part that rhymes with W, that starts with W? Wings Wednesday. No one has wings. Oh, vestigial tails. No. Whacked on wings Wednesday. No. Willy-nilly.
Wax of your Wednesday.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. Say that one more time.
Wax of ear Wednesday.
Wax of
ear wax.
You're the grossest.
So W.
You're actively gross. I was thinking like, oh, waxing. Oh, wiggity wax Wednesday. So you have to show pictures of your wiggity wax. And that is your eyebrows, your ears, Wiener Wednesday. That's right. Everybody asked out there. No, but if kosher
Gene Wednesday.
Well, Buford, why not Wednesday?
Waistline Wednesday.
You're the worst. No. We were talking about your idea on Taco Tuesday, and we want to murder you. Like this fucking guy, he's Waistline Wednesday. Fuck his couch. Anyway, I'll have more carnitas. Carnitas.
Carnitas don't start with W. Hey, let's have a shot.
I don't believe
it's been a while.
All right, yeah, no, you're 100%. All right. And okay. Ready?
Yeah. Cheers to you. Always a pleasure, my friend.
And another thing. Oh.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
John. I have nothing more. I feel like we're at this point we're good. I could go on a hard left turn. We have one more message.
Well, let's give a shout out to the foundation who's been here through a lot of it. My repeat.
Yeah.
Who's in the stereo streets?
It was Loki, Tin Man, Shades, Pico de Gallo, T-Bone, Rock Solid, Bebop, Leonardo, Raphael. Like they were all, everyone was here.
Pico de Gallo and T-Bone. What are we having? Super Bowl party this weekend?
The whole thing, John. We don't say those words. We say the big game, right? We don't.
Right.
Because we don't get it shut down. You know what I mean?
Allegedly.
Revenue streams, bud. Revenue streams. So dumb. So dumb.
All right, pop them baggets.
Oof. We waited for this. We waited for this.
Don't forget the cool whip. Actually, a question. What team are you two rooting for at the Super Bowl? Let me know. Thanks.
100% easy peasy lemon squeezy. The answer is not the Chiefs. I care nothing for anything but not the Chiefs.
Oh, you have a little investment. Come on. Who is your team? Who is your team?
My investment is not the Chiefs. I don't know. My whole thing is I want to have a win in life. I want to have something. I want to have the Empire does not continue to win. Empire has won and won and won. Like I want the underdog. I need Hollywood pictures. I want everything. Like if you believe and you have the dream and the drive, I want that. I need that just for my own personal growth and my own personal journey. Yeah. I want not the Chiefs to win.
All right.
It's gonna be just like I don't fucking care, John. I don't fucking care. But it's gonna be like, all right, man. Well, I guess Darth Vader is gonna be my Lord and Savior at this point. How are we moving forward? Because only the big conglomerations win, and nobody gets a say ever. And how do we move forward on Monday? Okie dokie. Oh,
right.
Did I win my squares? I didn't win my squares. All right, fair enough. Okay, happy Monday. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Fuck your couch, it's a Tuesday apart. John L. Peacock in Brooklyn, New York. My boy Pete, drunk in Southern California. We couldn't get all the we were unsure of how to finish. We became unsure.
Yes, as many people have either that opinion for or against, you, I feel, have a different kind of angle, and maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. Who is your team?
No,
Who's your team? Who's your team normally? Who is your team? Just say it. Who is your team?
My team is the 12 apostles.
Who's your team in the NFL?
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Paul, or Saul of Tarsus, Judas, big fan favorite, Timothy,
there were
Simon.
3 of them.
Yeah, I know because I said all of them, and that's why I said after Simon, because the Timothys were turned into Simons. John, welcome to the Gideon's Bible two-sided pod. Folks,
the day's in.
If you don't get the breakfast buffet, you're missing out on all the things that Days In offers.
Oranges.
You guys like orange slices? Well, Welcome to Hot Cocoa Packets 24/7. So dumb. All right,
So
buddy.
dumb.
Well,
that's it. That's it.
I wish for the best for you. I expect the worst from you. I will see you next Tuesday. My hopes and dreams are with you.
Peace, tranquility, and goodwill.
Well, you're not going to go there. I'm going to go ahead and throw some thoughts and prayers at you too, bud.
And hopes and wishes for our third season.
And that's how babies are made. See ya, buddy.